Checking in. Yeah. Do you think we got it?
I think
the timing was good.
I think so. I think we got it.
All right.
Okay, welcome.
Welcome to checking in.
Today we're going to Mars.
Today we were going to go to Mars. Well, we weren't going to go to Mars, but we were going to go to space.
I wanted to go to space.
I know. I was pretty jazzed. I'll be honest with you. I watched the 2-hour...
Jazzercise exercise video.
Yeah, jazzercise is good, though. Seriously. How do you think I've lost 20 pounds jazzercising? No, I watched the 2... No, I have not.
There's a nice, like, V cut going down from your chest pubes down to your ball fro.
Yeah, if you take away the midsection here, I'm ripped, dude. If you take away that part right there,
that's,
like
well,
the
no,
chubs,
that's what I'm saying. It's coming together.
It's coming
just
together.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I just need to get the midsection good.
You're good.
So, but I watched the 2-hour special on SpaceX.
Ooh.
And I was super excited about today. Well, yeah, I was super excited about today's launch. Unfortunately, it did get scrubbed. Do you know what? It actually got scrubbed or postponed, whatever you want to call it, like 13 minutes before launch.
I know, that's crazy.
So those poor astronauts, like, could you imagine, like, waking up in the morning, like being like, we're
they
going.
Went through
I'm going
all
to
kinds
space.
Of stuff too.
Yeah, and they like
do all the prep.
Yeah,
and
they're in their seats. They're literally
You guys
in
are
their
acting
seats.
like being an astronaut is hard.
You're
You're a test dummy. They strap you in and to an explosive.
No,
This
they
kid
got
has
so much
clearly not watched enough stuff. When I was a kid, I was obsessed. I literally wanted to be an
I'm just
astronaut.
joking.
Right.
So I'd watch all of that stuff. I'm sure it's probably different from back then, but
Barely.
it's crazy the kind of shit you got to go through.
I remember
to
you
get
saying you wanted
prepared.
to be an astronaut.
I did.
I think that being an
I did.
astronaut would.
I just wanted to
first
get
off,
the hell off this planet. Is what I wanted.
First off, I want to say that I think being an astronaut would be one of the coolest things ever.
Yes.
And I want to have an astronaut as a friend.
Yeah,
Me too.
I would like
agree.
to befriend an astronaut.
I agree because
I would like to have an astronaut as a friend.
I don't want to live the life of an astronaut, but I want to know the life
Experience
of an
yeah,
astronaut.
it's kind of like you want a little person as
Yeah.
a friend. I want an astronaut as a friend.
I just want a little piece of that life.
Yeah, and you don't want to be a little
I
person.
don't want to be a little person because that's miserable.
I don't know. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Well,
but that might be a stretch.
I'm
5'7",
5'7", maybe 9.
No, you're about 5'9", yeah. 5'9",
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe
But-
on a good day, and people call
Depending
me
on the
short.
shoes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People call me short. Imagine,
Well, yeah.
you know.
Well, I just want an astronaut as a friend. I think it'd be the coolest thing. But I will say,
You're
I
just
think it
throwing
would
it out
be
there. Any
yeah.
astronauts,
If anyone
reach
knows an
out.
astronaut that just wants to talk,
Holla.
just wants to talk.
Can I?
Just wants to be my friend.
That like
Talk.
long walks on the beach.
Yeah.
I think that being an astronaut would be truly miserable.
That's what I was going to say. I want one as a friend, but I think it might be the worst job on
I
the
think
planet.
it's the
Well,
worst
it'd be the worst job in the universe.
Yeah, because it's not even on the planet.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the.
It's so bad they kick you off the planet.
I think there's one. I think it's one of the coolest jobs in the sense for. I fucked that sentence up. I basically what I'm trying to say. You get the most experiences,
Yeah.
like the best experiences
Well,
that
yeah.
life has to offer.
Yeah.
But like seeing the Earth from outer space.
It'd be scary.
Like all we see is composite photos that in the description of the photos they do say they are photoshopped.
Yeah,
like we
yeah,
don't
right.
know actually what it 100% looks like.
Yeah.
Well, think
That would
about
be
it.
amazing.
Even what
Well,
we
I think
see
that-
with our
I think.
eyes, you never capture it totally.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's
it's gotta
so
be-
hard.
I was looking
to
at the
get
moon
that,
last night.
Yeah, I was too. It was a little
nice-
sliver.
It
Yeah.
was a nice little sliver.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was a nice little sliver, but at the same time, you could see the shape of the moon because
You
there
know
was
what?
a nice shadow.
You know what's funny? I was looking at the moon last night, wondering if you were looking at the moon last
That's
night
adorable.
at the same time.
No, you weren't.
I was.
No, I was.
You were
I was
sleeping.
sleeping
I was
last night.
You know,
Lori
I
was sleeping.
didn't see
It was
the
actually
moon.
light out when Lori was asleep.
That's
It was
what I-
still
Yeah,
light
it is.
outside.
When
I
I
t-
wake up, it's dark out.
That's what I
Yeah.
tell
There you go.
my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey baby, I'm like, when the star twinkles. That's when every time I'm thinking about you, a star twinkles.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what I tell her.
But I think that
like
And
it.
also, by the
Yeah.
way, there's always stars twinkling.
Ooh.
there is because there's dying stars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking
Yeah.
about you, baby.
So I just think that.
I'm happy for her.
So I think SpaceX. It would be wild to have woke up this morning. I mean, I think
How wild it would suck
I did wake up.
Yeah, what do you mean? It suck.
for the
For waking up.
SpaceX guys.
No, what I'm saying, listen to me. What I was trying to say is that could you imagine waking up in the morning, being ready? I mean, these guys are like different breed. They're like me. I'd be nervous as fuck. You know, like
yeah.
like I'm flying to Florida and I'm ready to have an aneurysm. You know, but these guys are like,
They're
they
probably
got
excited.
right. They
They're
got like
riding on
ice in their veins.
adrenaline
They're like,
because they're
yeah,
looking
and then
forward
they
to
get
it.
strapped in. You get like, I think they said like there's a 50% chance for launch. So you're like strapped in, and you're like, all right, 20 minutes. You're like, we're going, man, we're going. And then all of a sudden they'll be like, nah, get out of there.
There's some rain.
You know, that would suck.
Oh yeah,
we saw
I'd
a
be
thunderbolt.
Yeah.
We saw a little
Well, that's what Jay said.
thunderbolt.
What kind of space person are you if you can't get through a thunderstorm?
Listen,
Come on.
Come on.
You're going through the atmosphere. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, I've taken off in planes in a
They-
thunderstorm.
They
No.
said this. They said this. When you come back through the atmosphere from space into the Earth's atmosphere and you're falling down, your capsule is
On fire.
half of the temperature of the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
It's like about 5,000 degrees
No,
Fahrenheit.
it is
Warm.
pretty funny. Other than the fact, I'm sure.
And you're worried about thunder?
Well, listen.
Right.
I'm sure it's based on the ones that did blow up on takeoff. Because we witnessed a
Well,
few in our life. That,
yeah.
you know.
Well, it was
so-
funny because in this
That's true,
documentary, it
too.
was really crazy. I mean, I love Elon Musk. I mean, I think
Oh, yeah.
the guy's like a
homie.
hero. He's
Anyone-
crazy.
Anyone's name that is Musk?
Musk is, yeah.
Like,
that's-
you know, like,
yeah, he's serious.
He's
he's the
either
real
cool or
deal.
real stinky.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
that-
there were.
well,
No, Elon's great.
Elon's great.
Yeah, he's great.
good
But so I watched this documentary, 2 hours, as I mentioned before.
I
on,
was-
yeah, you watched part of it.
I
You
was
were-
sitting next
yeah,
to you
right?
for-
Yeah, for a part of it, and so
was not.
so literally, Elon put like they said $70 to $100 million of his own money. I don't know how you know, where's
Gauge
the other
that.
30 million? You know?
Yeah,
I was like 70 or 100 million. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was in the middle.
I don't remember. But
It's like
anyways,
you saying $70
Well, who-
to $100. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Who robbed the store? It was either a black or an Asian guy. I don't know.
it's either way, or maybe a white guy. But
It could be anything.
but they said
wow.
that they had enough money to launch 4 of the Falcon 1 rockets.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon?
No, just the Falcon 1. They're on the Falcon 9 now. Falcon 9 is the one that they're
Jesus.
launching now. But the Falcon 1, they had 3, enough to launch 3, you know. So he put this 70 to
Yeah.
100 million. They hired people, they created this, they engineered this. And you got to remember that prior to the Falcon series,
4.
what's that?
It was 4.
Well, right. Well, they could launch 4,
Yeah.
right? But prior to the Falcon series, and this is what they basically said, is that, like, think about flying from New York to L.A. on a 747 and then throwing the plane away. Because that's what space travel was. So the Falcon series was the first series that they would reuse. You know, because even the space shuttle, you had to
Never
throw all the
thought
rockets out.
about
You had
that.
to- all the rockets were gone. They had to redo it.
Because if you've ever watched a demonstration or even a live one, because
Yeah.
you can see them live
Shit
now.
falls off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you get into a certain part, they're like, "All right, and engage."
Well,
Right.
and that's what
And
I
then they just
remember
dump
when
that
I was
piece
a
off.
kid reading about like the first ones.
Yeah.
this huge rocket
Yeah.
comes back. The
And then
only thing that came
just this
back
little
is
thing.
the little triangle.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Everything else
And
is
so what
gone.
happens
Yeah.
in the
That's weird, huh?
with the SpaceX is that all those little pieces that
Pieces?
eject, they fly back down and land.
Shut up.
So they can reuse. Yeah.
No.
Jay, can you pull that shit up? Pull up. I don't know if we can pull a video up, but pull up like at least
That
a
is
picture
actually
of
really cool.
it.
it's
Actually,
like Iron Man stuff.
so
right
s-
there.
you could
That's
say like
exactly what I was
yeah, like landing or some shit like that, like landing.
yeah.
Something. So basically, yeah, you can see it'll literally come back. Yeah, just go ahead. Play it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Um,
and
Yeah,
skip
just
that
go-
ad
yeah,
too.
skip
You know
that
I
ad.
got you, bro.
But
because we don't support
I want a burger.
channels.
and just maybe go to the end of the thing, right
Yeah,
towards the
yeah.
end, something like that.
Oh.
You can see it literally comes back and it lands. Look at
No.
this. Look at this.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
Dude,
Whereas before,
that's awesome.
It would just fall.
it would just fall into the thing and be done. So
Well, I think that a lot
Thank
of
you.
it,
You got it.
if it didn't fall back into the or into Earth,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is just in space.
oh, there's
yeah,
tons of
there's
space
so
junk.
Just
Yeah,
floating,
tons of
yeah.
space
Yeah.
junk. Yeah,
Exactly.
So anyway, so he had enough money to do 4, and they
Yeah.
were trying to win a NASA contract, right? You know, even though Elon said that his main goal wasn't to partner necessarily with NASA, but was to go to Mars. You know.
Yeah.
But so the first 3 Falcon 1s exploded.
all of them.
All of them exploded. So they were on the 4th one.
And
down
the
to
final
this.
one.
Yeah.
And
The final
one.
If
ever.
if this 4th one blows up, SpaceX is done. No more money. They're gone. and it was successful.
And it worked.
And then NASA, what Elon said was NASA awarded them a contract, but there was like a few, like Boeing, Bezos, and a few other companies.
Okay.
And apparently NASA thought SpaceX was the least likely to succeed, so they gave them the smallest amount of money, almost like we'll give you some money just in case you end up doing something, but you're probably going to fail. And then here we are now years later, and they're the primary
leading,
one.
yeah.
They're leading. They're the big thing. So that's pretty awesome.
And I think that this could be wrong, but I really do think this is true. I think I heard this, that they said that Elon and SpaceX is the first commercial airline
private-owned,
to launch into space.
Well, it's not the first into space. It's the first people that are going to be launched into space.
I forgot
so there's been some other private things that have launched satellites and so on like that.
Right.
But
first manned aircraft.
this is the first manned aircraft that
commercial.
is commercially or privately owned.
How cool is that?
Yeah, the first one's of
It's
course
not like the government, right?
Right.
That's what that means.
Right. And even though NASA oversees, NASA does not own the rights to anything. You know.
I think that's awesome.
Let's hit a couple things and we'll talk more about SpaceX.
Awesome. So Patrick says top 5 reptile influencers. Mine are Steve Irwin, you, Jeff Corwin, Jack Hanna, and Kevin McCurley.
By you, are you talking about
Talk about
Lori or
Brian Barchett.
I think
No.
Yeah, it might
I'm
be
very.
First off, Patrick,
I help the community a lot.
You've done a lot, dude.
You've done a lot for us.
Very information.
I probably wouldn't even got into this if it
oriented.
wasn't for you.
Well, I've had people say that.
You know?
Join the party.
Kinda big deal.
First off,
hate
Patrick,
us.
thank you so much. I don't know that you guys probably have this list. I think.
don't.
I mean, so obviously Steve Irwin's right at the top.
Yeah,
Steve Irwin.
Jack Hanna certainly is. He's a
Jack Hanna.
personal friend of ours as well, which is great.
I love the time that we actually got to meet him and hang out with him for the day. That was awesome.
Yeah, Jack's such a good dude.
That was
man.
awesome.
I think I really liked Austin Stevens. I thought he was really good. Obviously, this isn't a reptile guy per se, but David Attenborough is my biggest hero when it comes to animal, stuff. And then lastly, gosh, man, it's so hard to say who the last one, because there's a whole host of them.
You're always gonna miss out on
there's
somebody.
Nigel Marvin, Mark O'Shea, so on.
It's the same thing when people if you're in a friend group and they're like, "Oh, what's your top 5 favorite rappers?"
Yeah,
you're just you're gonna give 5, but then you're gonna be like, "Oh, well, there was 20 more I could have put on that top 5." So that's just a little bit of your brain, but I'm sure that's not.
No, I agree.
100%.
100%. There's a bunch of really good, and even some people now on YouTube that I really enjoy. That don't get the notoriety, So
yeah,
very
thank
cool.
You. Thank you.
So Dana says you guys are awesome.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank
so
you,
are
Dana.
you.
And I am Hudson says nothing but love for you.
Welcome
people.
back,
Well,
Huddy.
thank you, man.
I'm gonna call
Nothing
him
but
Huddy.
love for you too.
I love you too, man.
I love you so
By the way, I
much.
like the fact that we can talk about subjects, but I do like the fact that we're letting, and I'd like to know what you guys think. I like that we're letting Super Chats dictate a little bit of the direction.
It is
you know what I
cool,
mean?
yeah.
I think it's
Talking
cool.
to
Like you guys
people.
ask us questions and we can, elaborate on that. So it's a little bit better than.
It's a unique relationship because, when I see the super chat, I'm like, "Oh my god, they're back!" It's like I'm developing
You
a
get to know-
friendship
Like
with
our
my
girl
Like
people.
heavenly knees.
Yeah, like knees,
Exactly,
like a girl
like-
knees.
We're having little friendships over this interwebs.
Yeah, no, but we appreciate everyone in the chat, not just the super chat, but I mean, obviously we can't read every chat, because there's a lot of them, and we appreciate that.
We love you all, though.
But yeah, but we do love you all.
Awesome. Potterhead says sending some
Potterhead.
love from Minnesota and says hi
Yeah.
Brian, Lori, Noah, and Jay.
Hello,
Minnesota. We had, of course, we had a friend played for the Minnesota Wild.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
And we spent some time up in Minneapolis. In particular, too much time in the winter. We only went to
It
their.
was the
much
best
time.
time.
I
That was
know,
the
it was
best
so
time to
fun.
go.
It was fun because of the hockey, but it was cold.
No,
man.
it was still fun.
It was
there was
fun.
tons of snow.
Huskies.
Yeah.
I know.
So many
Huskies and
huskies.
snow.
Huskies
it
and
was
snow.
awesome.
I just remember walking to restaurants, which I can hardly remember what that feels
What's a-
like. But
What's
What
a
was
restaurant?
that
What was
word?
the word you said?
the R word. But I remember walking and wanting to die because it was so cold.
The only time I've ever
It was
wanted
not
to
that
die.
cold. We're from Michigan.
No,
No, that was different.
The only time I've ever been walking and wanting to die because of the
Chicago.
temperature was because of fucking Chicago.
Chicago.
When they call that bitch the Windy City.
They ain't lying,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Yeah, we did a collab with David Dobrik at
It
a
had to
hotel
be-
with a kangaroo.
-20.
You couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
You
Wow,
literally
like it
could
hurt
not,
to breathe,
Dude,
right?
You literally
my
could not breathe.
lungs hurt.
Yeah, and
you couldn't
I remember like
breathe.
I couldn't get
Take
enough
a
air.
breath.
I couldn't get enough air
No.
in
It
my
shocks
lungs.
your lungs.
You're just
it really
like,
does.
yeah, and we were
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, we gotta run!" But then you're running, and then you're like,
Yeah, and that was with when that was
horrible.
actually that was a video that they did. I think it was like Liza Koshy breastfeeds kangaroo or something like that. Is what and that wasn't ours. That was David Dobrik's
Yeah.
clickbait. So it wasn't my
"Yeah,
clickbait.
yep."
Yeah.
I remember that, and everyone commented, "Oh my God, Liza was high," but really they were just up late last night.
Yeah,
and her
partying.
eyes. Was it partying?
Yeah, she was high the night before.
Yeah, yeah, she just wasn't high right there.
Well, her eyes were all fucked up, but I
Yeah,
remember
do
her eyes
that.
were really fucked up.
She's great. She's a great person.
Awesome. Tingle Monsters in the
Tingles.
house.
Tingle.
Tingle.
And says, hey, Lori, Brian, Noah, and Jay, loving the live stream.
Oh, thank you
Welcome
so much.
back.
We appreciate it. We call it a podcast.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's a
But
podcast.
you
Tomato
call it a live
tornado,
stream,
you know?
yeah.
Turkey lipstick
Just
is for
kidding.
you.
I'm just messing with you, Tingle.
Turkey
Turkey
lipstick.
lipstick.
Turkey
Been on many spacewalks, but I'm no astronaut. Ooh.
Ah, I get it.
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about drugs.
He's talking about drugs.
Yeah, for sure. Allegedly.
Talking about the frickin' wacky tobacco?
Wacky backy, dude.
No.
All right.
Alicia says, love watching the podcast. Always entertaining the entire time.
Well,
Thank you so much, Alicia Keys.
Well, normally it's an entertaining for about the first 10 minutes, and then it gets
And then
and then it falls off pretty hard. Pretty
quick.
Pretty much after that, it's garbage.
Heavenly Knees in the building. Hey, guys, just sending
Hey,
some
Niece,
love.
we're just talking about you,
Yeah,
Niece.
nice
Mom,
to see
take a
you.
sip.
I hear that you can go to
bottle's been
restaurants in
sitting.
Ohio where Niece is from.
Who were you telling me about? Somebody went to like a mall or
Yeah,
something?
that was your cousin. Can I say that?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So her cousin, her cousin had a picture on Instagram with her sitting down in a mall, food court.
Yeah,
eating-
they went to
yeah.
a mall and ate Chick-fil-A at the
Yes.
food court, and they were like, "This feels so wonderful that I had to drive all the way to Ohio to do
Yeah, but
it."
they have to drive.
So
to
where are they
Ohio.
from originally? They're from
Well,
They're downriver.
Yeah, downriver. So it's still an hour.
probably about
About an hour.
not
I would
bad.
drive an hour to go.
Yeah, for sure. Me
I would,
too.
I
drive
would
too.
totally go. You know, my
You would
one
not
friend.
go to a mall. You have no desire to go.
You
No,
don't
for
go to-
food to eat.
Just
is
for
what I'm saying,
Chick-fil-A.
Just to
Oh,
eat.
okay.
Yeah, I would do not just Chick-fil-A. Just to sit down.
I
and eat.
know, I know.
Like I saw Miguel posted an Instagram picture yesterday, and at a restaurant eating.
Really?
Now it wasn't. California's not open, and I'm probably going to get Miguel in trouble. No, he posted,
posted
that.
it.
He posted
Nah,
it.
dude.
So, but I think it was like a friend of his place. But it was him sitting down with a drink in a restaurant eating, and I was just like, I hate you. I wanted
I
to
hate
stab
you.
him in the face.
Yeah, we
is what
should've.
I wanted to do.
Wow.
No.
That's
I wanted to. That's how upset I am.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how
No,
upset
it's
I am.
fair. It's fair.
That's
No,
more
but I-
something I would say than you.
That's totally a normal response.
Yeah.
I understand.
right now, yeah, in this day and age.
No, I do miss. We don't
do.
do a lot of stuff, but we did.
We
I do miss that.
You're right. Is like we don't do a lot of stuff, but one thing that we did do consistently
go on to
was
eat.
go to restaurants.
Yeah.
So
'Cause I
you're
hate
right.
cooking.
It is. It is something that we're without. But you know what?
It'll come
it's a
back.
good thing. It's a good problem to have.
Well, I
I'll
think
tell
that
you
people have went one of two ways. I've said, and I told Jay this the other day. Like, you've either like trimmed up because you've gotten healthy because you're eating healthier
Big
and stuff like
guns.
that, or you've gained 100 pounds. This went one or the other way.
I think.
I think we
right.
did good. I think we did good. No,
I agree.
I think you guys did
What
pretty
do you
good.
mean?
what do you think?
We started off
Oh yeah.
fucking eating ice cream every
That's
night.
the thing. Yeah, it wasn't so much the meals as much
Listen,
as just the
the
snacks.
desserts,
'Cause
yeah.
I was, and
Wait,
it all
this is
stems
it.
on me because you know what I said? I said, "Fuck it, I don't care," because I wasn't buying that stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah,
Ice
dude.
cream, whatever. I was the one grocery shopping, so I was just buying.
This is
it
what
all.
clicked for me.
Yeah.
I think this is what happened to us. I think that because right now we've been doing better. All right,
Yeah.
we've been trying to treat our bodies better, do some exercises, blah blah blah. But at the start, like I said, pizza, ice cream, burgers,
we
all
were,
this
yeah.
stuff. And I think all of us got to a breaking point of our health where we're like, we feel so shitty.
Yeah.
We got to tighten up.
Yeah.
Like, and we did. And
Yeah.
I have to say, ever since I
It's
have
been
been
about a
working
month.
out,
I think that all of
Yeah.
us have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I feel
like,
good.
alright.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
down.
good.
I'm down over
Same.
20 pounds. So
I'm still the same weight. Can't gain weight for shit.
you need to go up. I need to go down.
I know, I
I'll
can't
give
gain
you
weight.
some of mine.
I eat so much that my stomach gets sick,
Yeah.
and I
And you
still
gotta still eat more.
Maintain this. Exactly, it's so messed up.
Yeah.
But you know what? Those are like I said.
Yeah. You
these
could
are
be the other way.
It's
good
good problems
problems to have.
because the older you get, that shit is
I know.
flipping, and you're gonna
Yeah.
dream of the days when you could eat anything you wanted
Yeah.
and not gain weight.
maybe.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You will.
So
Maybe I'll-
Chris
yeah.
G says, "Hey guys, sending some good vibes from Tejas."
What's up,
Hey,
in
welcome-
Texas?
so thankful.
We love
Welcome
Texas.
back.
I can't wait to get back to Texas. I
Me
mean, I
too.
miss that freaking state.
I want to go to Texas and buy I don't know, a light 50 acres just for
Ooh.
fun.
Okay.
Bring
There's
out
probably places in Texas you could get that cheap.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're at.
Exactly. I'm
Right?
just
West
gonna go
Texas
out.
is real cheap.
I'm just gonna dig.
You know.
Just gonna dig.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
dig.
You're just gonna
Digging
go
it.
out on
Me
land
and my
dig
shovel.
holes.
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm
like
just-
like holes, like the movie Holes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Or like
Oh.
Animal Crossing, you're just looking for fossils.
No, yeah, exactly. No point other than just to trying to find something.
Right.
That's it. Next.
Are you gonna do a metal? Are you gonna do a metal detector, or are you
and-
just gonna? No,
and
you're just
just-
gonna dig.
Raw
Just dig.
dogging with the shovel.
Raw dog,
Like the old days.
Just like
the
the
old
old
days. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And guess what? It worked for them.
I bet
back
you
then.
could probably get a show on Discovery Channel about that.
Yeah, oh, for sure, dude.
Like if you're just like no modern gear, and I'm going out looking for treasure.
Yeah,
Just go
for
for it.
sure.
Digging
bro.
hole. You'd
I
find the most
know.
random stupid shit.
I know because like nowadays, like they're such fucking cheaters. They have these fucking radars. They call them
Oh, yeah,
lidar.
lidar, yeah, lidar,
And they
yeah.
use like these fucking lasers, and they can
Scanning the
scan the
earth.
whole earth, and they can see if there's like hidden
Yeah.
cities in the trees.
Yeah, between sonar and lidar, it's
I just
yeah.
got
Back
a
in the day, you
shovel.
just had a shovel. You were just like,
Just in a
"Oh, never
landfill
know."
digging it up.
shovel in a water bottle.
That's it, dude.
Here we go. That's a good show. Pitch that thing.
shovel in a water bottle.
Yeah, dude.
Shovel in a bottle.
All right.
All right, so Georgia Moon says, because of your teachings, Brian, I've actually got my first ball python. After
Nice.
years with geckos, I got a super coral glow. Can
Oh,
you educate
nice.
me on that gene real quick, please?
Yeah, I mean, number one, thank you. Number two, super core glows are just basically that's the two expressions of an incomplete dominant gene, right? It's just so the incomplete dominant would be the coral glow. The super would be two coral glows together. 1 in 4 on average would be super. And then now when you breed that super coral glow, every single baby is going to be a coral glow. So it's just two expressions on an allele. Okay.
Allele.
Very
That's
cool.
that-
What's
that's enough.
allele mean?
Allele is part of a gene, right? So alleles make up the proteins that
Alleles
make up the
proteins.
gene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sharon says, just wanted to send some love your way. You guys
Thank you,
always make my day.
Sharon.
Sharon, thank you.
Such a
We
nice
appreciate
person.
you very
she
much.
sends us so much love.
She's amazing. Yeah, she
Yeah.
really is.
Thank
Every
you.
day she's with us.
every
so
single day. You're
yeah,
right.
she's right.
Paul says, Paul from Liverpool, sending some love, sending Lori money for the wine fund.
She-
Welcome back,
Paul.
Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Welcome
you,
back
Paul.
from the
Thank you.
Liverpool. We talk about Liverpool all the time. Knees again? What's up?
Thoughts on Joe Exotic from
I
Heavenly
think
Knees?
he should
Run for
Nick,
president.
I think he should absolutely get pardoned.
Yeah, dude.
I think he should get pardoned.
If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
I never got around to watching the
end?
extra episode. No,
No,
I watched
yeah, I
the end.
never- yeah.
They released an extra episode though, but I didn't watch it.
I think it was just them.
You didn't
kind of
miss much, to be
I think that
honest.
was just for them reflecting. I didn't.
It was
I
all
heard
on a
just-
Zoom
yeah.
call. It was all like a Zoom call. It was right during the coronavirus thing. So like it was like right in
It
the
was,
fresh.
I thought it was like old footage. They were like, "Oh, this is such a big hit. Let's release extra."
I wish they
footage."
did, but it was literally
It
a
was just a
Zoom call
Zoom
where
call?
like a guy was interviewing
Jake,
all these other people.
can you
yeah,
pull
I'm
this
good
shit up
on
real
that.
quick? Can you pull up? Are they doing the Joe Exotics movie that Nicolas Cage was supposed to be?
Yeah, that's what we had
Is that it was
seen.
Nicolas Cage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I thought
So-
was pretty good. My first thought on who would play him was
I mean, it looks like it's still going on. I don't see anything saying that they canned it or anything.
Yeah. So Nicolas Cage is going to be
That's
Joe
gonna be
Exotic, Tiger King. But I'll be honest with
was
you.
David Spade.
Yeah, David
'Cause
Spade
I
was funny,
pictured
yeah.
Joe
yeah,
Dirt.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
David
pretty
Spade would be
good-
good too.
I think that's the problem though, is that everyone would see him and nobody would think Joe Exotic. They would think Joe,
Joe
Dirt.
Dirt.
Joe
Yeah,
Dirt.
you're right,
Yeah.
you're right.
No, you're
But
right.
he would make
But
it great.
I think that, in all honesty, I don't know about the animal abuse charges. I don't know about them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't know. But I seriously think that he got screwed about the Carol Baskin thing.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that he actually paid that guy because that guy seems shifty as hell. There was no proof that he paid him to go kill Carol Baskin. And it just seemed very shifty.
Those things are so hard because that's exactly it. I feel so torn because people show the footage that they want to show
Yeah.
anyways. So
Exactly.
they can portray it in any light you want.
Exactly.
To.
We don't
Like I think Joe is
Yeah.
a genuine person, but Joe was crazy.
Oh, he was
You know
crazy.
what I mean? Like,
He was
as
batshit
soon as
crazy.
we were watching and the shit he was doing, I
Yeah.
was like, "Whoa, dude!
Definitely
like, whoa,
crazy.
you need to turn it back." Like,
But I do agree.
It's
If you
so-
film, yeah,
when you do that and
Yeah.
you put yourself and portray yourself out
Yeah.
there, you put yourself in positions
Yeah.
for this shit to happen too.
well, I think that,
so
like
it's
you said, the
hard.
problem is I think that they could have created any narrative they wanted out
Yeah,
of that
and the
footage.
truth of the matter is, we only know what they showed us.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3
we don't
years of
know
filming.
what the truth is.
Well, that's why I said I'm sure there were
Exactly.
the
many,
editors
many.
made that choice.
Exactly.
I'm sure there were many very touching moments of him showing how much he loved the animals and
sure.
how much
You
he
would
did things.
think,
But
because,
they,
you know,
but
you
that
wouldn't-
didn't sell.
And the thing
Exactly.
is you can read, like, he definitely didn't read as just some asshole who didn't care for the animals. You don't
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff, at least to begin and to get in that position without having some kind of love for the animals.
Yeah, I would imagine he did, but I don't know enough
So-
of it. I just know what I saw on Netflix. So
This is what I think. I think that he started out with the love of animals and
Yeah.
the love of big cats.
Yeah.
But the world fucked him over so many times that he became
Yeah.
a crazy person.
well, I think that happens a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I think we get accused of that, right? We like, yeah, I think one day you loved animals, but now all you care about is the fame and the money. I mean, seriously, people look at us
They
that
really do.
way, and
Well, you get that,
and
or,
they don't see the
or
truth.
just money. He obviously he didn't.
but he was
Well,
broke.
one-
misappropriated
yeah,
his fund. He didn't
yeah.
have money to
Yeah.
care for the stuff.
But
he
I
was
will
like
s- yeah,
put in a
yeah.
position to where the person came in and screwed him out of everything. Like, you know what I mean? That
Well,
kind
and
of
that's the
shit,
thing. I
yeah.
think that you can be when I could see a scenario, because we've been in those positions where we've had people want to come in and help us, and we've gotten screwed, with a project. Remember how many times people would like front money for a project, and then we always ended up getting effed in the end.
Yeah.
And we had times. I mean, life is great now, and our businesses are really good. But we've been in times when businesses were bad, and you do. Things differently when you're struggling. When you have to do whatever you have to do to pay the
To
bills,
live, yeah.
you've got to feed those snakes,
Yeah.
and you're like, fuck, I got to do this. I'm not saying we did, unethical things, but
No.
certainly we made decisions that I probably wouldn't make today. Because we had to. You had to. And so I think Joe might have got into that situation too, where he was so. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just speculating.
No,
you
yeah,
know.
that's
and
all
that's
we're
all
doing.
anybody can do.
Yeah.
Because nobody
But
knows
I-
except for those people.
Exactly.
But I just don't know that he deserves to
Exactly.
be in jail for 20-something years
No.
without
Yeah.
really serious. If they had serious evidence, like they had phone calls and emails and text messages
all
saying
hearsay.
kill that
From what,
bitch.
Yeah.
from what
I mean,
we see, they had to piecemeal this whole thing
right? And
together.
it
then
sounds
push
like it all
through.
came from one guy.
Yeah.
The guy
Right.
said, "Yeah, he gave me $3,000 to go
Yeah.
kill that bitch," and I don't, that guy didn't seem very credible at all.
No.
Now, so if he
Exactly.
really tried to kill her, he deserves to be in jail. But with that little proof, man, it just seems like that.
I'm
I mean,
not sold on it
yeah.
yet.
I mean, again, I know that attorneys will say this, when they go like, well.
Look at all the footage.
Yeah, well, yeah. Would I say I wanted her
Yeah.
dead if I was going to actually try to kill her?
That's freedom of speech, baby.
And of course, then attorneys would say, well, yeah, but you're just so brazen that you would say it, because that would be the defense, right? Like, if I was going to actually kill her, I would never say I was going to kill her publicly.
Right.
But then the
They
attorneys
would turn
would-
it.
yeah, they would
That,
turn it
though.
saying, yeah, that's just because you're so brazen, you think you can get away with anything, But that does make a lot of sense. I mean, who's crazy enough to be like for years saying you want to shoot her and then actually hire someone to kill her? Because if she got killed,
You're the
who do
first
you think?
suspect.
You're the first suspect.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
gonna go to
He did
jail.
Freaking music videos about
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
I mean, he shot blow up dolls.
I gotta
That's what I
rewatch
mean.
it, man.
That's what I mean. Is like I think that it's possible for him to be that crazy though.
It's
I think it's
possible.
Well,
possible.
and that's the thing.
And,
you put yourself
yeah, I
in that
can't-
position,
I
and then you make
can't
yourself an easy
give-
target.
I can't give a definitive answer because literally I see every angle of it and I can't decide which part I want to believe yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't know. So, yeah, there
For
we go.
now, fuck it, leave them.
Hey, let's just hope Donald Trump
You know
does
what?
the
We
right
should-
thing.
we
Yeah,
should-
pardon that sucker.
I think we should tie them both up. Keep Carol, put her into,
Yeah.
and just have them both in the
I think
same.
that's fair.
Oh,
Make
that
them
would be great.
together.
Yeah,
like,
Fight.
like Thunderdome.
and they
Yeah.
fight, yeah, and then whoever wins
Comes out.
comes out, and then it's
Yeah.
over.
Ooh, gosh, that'd be a good fight.
It's like
too.
It would be a
Thunderdome,
good
Hunger
fight.
Games,
Pay-per-view.
like all of that shit. Yeah.
That-
Get Dana White
Hello, my
on the phone.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Get Dana on the phone right now. We're doing a cage fight.
Hello, my cats and kittens.
All right, let's go.
It's
Let's
Carol
go.
Baskin.
So Camille, she actually messaged me on Instagram. She has masks and they're ready to be picked up at the PO box. They say Reptarium on them. They're real
Oh
cool.
my gosh, sweet. Then we're going to go there tomorrow because we're opening this Friday.
Yeah, we should have
So we're
some.
2 days away from opening. That would be dope. Lori bought some interesting face masks.
Oh, they're cool.
I'll be honest, I like them. I mean,
Shields.
shields. They're face shields, and because the one thing I was thinking is like even when I greet people, I was thinking like if I greet, I always smile.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like
You
they
can't
wouldn't be able
ever.
to. I was going to draw a
use
smiley
face.
face.
Yeah.
on
Oh,
my
that would have been
mask.
cute too, though.
Yeah, but I like the. So yes, I will be. Thank you so much. We'll go to the PO box and I'll vlog it tomorrow. So that's awesome.
Awesome. So Hale says, hey, I've been watching for years and hopefully we'll be visiting the Reptarium soon. Love you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Hale. And like I
Maybe
said,
Haley.
we was it Haley or Hale?
I would guess Haley.
Oh, maybe it's Haley, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Haley.
My bad.
I had a friend named Hale when
Yeah.
when I grew up. He was a crazy freaking skateboarder. But yeah, we opened this weekend. It's going to be a little different. You know, it's going to be a little different because
It's going to be a lot different.
well, it's going to be a lot different.
Oh, that's right. This
But
is the first podcast we talked about it on.
yeah, so we get to open this Friday. There's a mandate in Michigan that we can only have 10 people at a time. So what we did was we are selling 10 spots per hour. So we're open 15 hours a weekend, 5 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so we're selling essentially 150 slots. We sold out of the first 150 slots in one day. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
What?
In one
Yeah.
day, we sold out 150 slots. And we
Oh
sold
my
a lot of
God.
the next week's slots, too.
That's amazing.
So thank you guys for your support. It's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing. But I also think that, gosh, it's like Jay said, what a great time to come to the Reptarium. Even
my
though we may
God.
have to wear masks and stuff like that, but you're gonna have 10 people
You're going to get
in
a
the
very
entire.
intimate experience.
It's gonna be
is
awesome,
what you're going to
seriously.
get. It's
Yeah.
more like one of our private events or something like
Well,
that.
even
'Cause
like
it's
a-
only limited to 10
Right.
people.
But even like the tours, like I've done 10 people tours before. It's still me and 10 people. You're going to have 4 of us because it's
Yeah.
going to be me, you, Bruce and Jessica, or Bruce and Jay, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 4 employees and
For
only
10
10
people.
people.
So crazy.
So it's like, you know, I mean, 2.5 people, you know, we each
Yeah.
get, you know, that's going to be pretty amazing. I don't think it's going to be long. I think that maybe 2 weekends
yeah, I'm
at 10.
I'm with you.
And then I think we'll go up to 25 or maybe even 50
That'd
or
be
something like
amazing.
that.
Whatever
and then
they
it
say
change.
we can do,
Yeah, we'll
we'll
do whatever
do.
they can say. The
Yep.
point is I am stoked that 2 days from now,
I agree.
we're going to be sitting in the Reptarium with people
Feels
in the
good.
Reptarium.
Yeah,
It
and
feels
we'll also
good.
be able to do
Feels
private
so good.
tours too.
Yep, private
during the
tours
other
now. Yep,
hours.
birthday parties
So-
under 10.
Yep.
We may even do some special events, you know. I mean,
It
you know.
Yeah,
does.
we're actually planning ones for July, I think. I'm going to
special
wait.
events, okay.
Obviously, we're trying to figure the dates out, but I think that we should be able to
Yeah.
do that because, again, most special events are
Yeah,
limited to 10 anyways.
Yeah, when we do, like
So,
sensory
yep,
night, it's
yep.
10 people.
So
and-
Steph and I were
that's
already
cool.
putting that together to
Good.
start
Yeah,
in
reading with
July.
reptiles.
Yep.
You know, for
Yoga.
kids, it's usually 10. Yoga might not be worth it for 10 people. Might. It's
Well,
up
the
to-
thing
it's
is, we
possible.
don't know. In July, it might be more. That's the
yeah.
whole thing, and nothing
Yeah.
is going to be before July. So
Yeah, so July, yeah. So keep an eye, reptarium.com. If you guys are interested, private tours, whatever, we're getting rolling on.
We're
And
excited
I'm
to see
super
ya.
super
Yeah.
excited. Just I'm going to be giddy as heck on Friday, and
I know,
of course
it
Noah's
feels
got a
good,
podcast,
huh?
so you guys are going to be doing the podcast. I wish I would have be able to be involved. I won't be there for the podcast this week.
Yeah.
But you guys will hear people upstairs for the first time, and
Can't wait, man.
And so that's pretty dope.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's pretty exciting.
It does feel. I don't know. I don't know why. If there's like an actual reason other than like self trickery, maybe.
What's that?
But I do feel better about things right now.
Yeah. Well, I think everything is seeming better, and as we get normalcy with like opening up things
Yeah.
and now stores, you know, Michigan's really behind. You know, I mean, there's most states you can go to restaurants
Yeah.
and you can do
Yeah.
things like this. We're still pretty far behind, but it is exciting. I cannot wait to get the Reptarium open, and I really do believe that, you know, by July we'll at least be able to have, even if it's half capacity, it's still going to be a lot of people.
You
and
know
it's
what
gonna
I
be really
can't
fun.
wait for? The one thing, well, there's a few things I can't wait for, but one of the few things I can't wait for is the day they open up like the gyms and stuff again.
Yeah.
because it's just gonna be so fun
Well,
to be
some
able to play
states have it.
basketball again.
Yeah, some states have it already. You know, I mean, they really do. Now, basketball might not be ready yet, but it's
Well,
coming.
I
It's
can
coming.
Well,
speak
what-
for
that's
most
what I'm saying is
women
I can't
who
wait
we're all
for
waiting
that.
for the hair and nails.
Hair and
Yeah,
nails,
yeah.
yeah.
Because
I'm just-
damn, and
Damn,
even once
I'll
they
fucking-
open, you're not going to get in for freaking months
Weeks,
unless
yeah,
you already
yeah.
got that appointment.
Well,
because
that's
we're
the
screwed.
interesting thing, right? Is that they're opening some things like
Doesn't make any damn sense.
It doesn't really
Doesn't
make
make
sense
sense,
because
no. Nope.
yeah, nail salons are one-on-one. So if you do mandatory make both wear masks, then theoretically
There's no reason for them not to be
Yeah,
open.
so-
It's stupid.
It
No,
is
as hell.
stupid.
well, that's I think
And
the
we have
hardest thing,
friends
right?
who actually own places who, have
Struggling.
been struggling. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're barely
sure.
hanging on and they just keep pushing them open and
Yeah.
it's just frustrating.
It is
Well, it's just the
frustrating.
fact that it doesn't make sense, but it's getting there. We're getting better.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
be awesome, and I cannot wait to just have people at the Reptarium. That's I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
I can't believe 10 weeks, man. I really thought that. As a matter of fact, I remember the first podcast we did after we were shut down. I said, 3 weeks at the
Yeah,
most,
yeah.
and here we are 10 weeks later, and
How
we're
long
just,
did the pandemic, the influenza pandemic back in the early
1918.
19?
Well, the whole thing lasted about 2 years.
Yeah.
it lasted 2 years.
2 years.
Was
yeah.
it?
But it was a
similar
bad-
to
it- no,
this.
it was
No,
a
it's
bad
very
thing.
different. And you got to remember, times are so different now. I
Yeah.
mean, technology's different. The
fact that we can even track a
yeah,
disease, like
yeah,
they were,
yeah.
it was 1910.
yeah, we have
you
one of
know?
the big things that Michigan started too is the tracing. Contact tracing.
Yeah.
Which basically means that if, like, let's say one of the three of us tested positive, they would then contract trace everyone that we've been in contact with
How?
for the last, through
Phone
asking,
records,
like,
yeah.
where have you been? What have you done? Blah, blah. And then they literally start calling everybody
They can.
they can that you was in contact and quarantine all of those people.
But
And
wouldn't
that's-
that number literally be unlimited though? Because
Well, it could be, yeah.
because one person does one that was and then
It
it's
could.
just like
It could.
Depends
Well-
on where they win.
Well,
and where
right,
they
but
were.
right, they're not gonna say, all right, well, you were in contact. Now, how many people were you in contact? They're not gonna do that yet, because if you have no symptoms, you're doing stuff. They're just gonna quarantine the 20 people you've been involved with, not the 20 people each of those
Yeah.
go, because then it would go on forever.
I heard something really. I saw a commercial, which made me think about the influenza. Was because I saw a commercial and this lady was born during that
Yeah,
pandemic,
yeah.
and I was just like, "What a shitty life."
Oh, born and dying.
Exactly. You were born into a pandemic and you're dying in a pandemic.
It's all full
Yeah.
circle.
It is full
Yeah,
circle.
well, I saw a lot of other shit in that time too.
Oh my
but
God, all the
anyways,
worst things.
let's
what
move.
a
Let's
what a
move on.
horrible lifetime to be born in.
Yeah, the Great
Let's-
Depression.
let's
all that.
move.
She came and she went.
Bossam says, or Bossam says, hey, from Wisconsin, glad you guys are opening soon.
Wisconsin give no fucks.
Hey.
Yeah,
man.
they had middle fingers
They're just
up,
like,
dude.
let's go.
That's awesome.
So good. Okay, so Haley said again.
Yeah, she says, restaurants are open in Wisconsin. Feel free to come visit me at Red Lobster.
Oh, let's do it.
Get some Cheddar Bay biscuit.
Cheddar Bay biscuit.
You know what I'm saying?
Biscuits, those biscuits. I'll be totally honest with you, and I don't mean to offend you in any way.
I know what you're about
but
to say.
I don't like Red Lobster.
I know.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't like it.
We love you.
It's
and
fucking
I have,
mid.
and I've got a family that
Loves
loves it.
it.
That's all they want to go to.
know.
Yeah, I've never been there once where I've not been disappointed.
Right, there's always
You know.
something fucked up.
Expectations are
The
always
only,
high.
The only thing
and,
good is the biscuits.
The biscuits are
The Cheddar-
banging.
them
That's
Cheddar
why they
Bay-
hit you with them
yeah,
first.
the biscuits, and they're okay. I think the biscuits are overrated too, personally. But I remember
You
they
ever
had
have
the
a
one time I
warm
remember
Cheddar
I
Bay
went there and I was all psyched on the endless shrimp.
Oh well, they get you.
And they give you like 6 little shrimps, and then when you want the next 6 little
Takes an
shrimps,
hour.
it takes an hour.
Exactly.
You really
You're
don't get
starving.
you don't get full up. You get frustrated.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
So
like
mad.
And then
I'm
you leave.
leaving. I'm
Yeah.
leaving because I don't want to wait another half hour for
Well,
your
that's how
6
they
shrimps.
get you. That's how they get
And so I'm sorry, Haley. I'm sorry.
I like the name.
We'll come and we'll go to a different restaurant.
Yeah, let's go
I
out
like
to eat
Texas
somewhere
bring
else.
it.
Roadhouse.
And I like
myself.
Wisconsin. I love the Dells. I love Wisconsin. So it's yeah, we'll come out there.
So Potterhead says, my golden birthday is Friday, and I'm so glad you guys get to reopen. I wish we were closer because
So,
I'd be there. Yes,
What
man,
is
winter
Friday?
sucks and I'm a
It's
freeze baby.
27, 20 So you're gonna be 29.
What's a golden birthday?
Or is it 24 karat gold?
No, the
The
golden,
golden is when it's your day and the
and the
yeah.
and the age. So
Get
what's
out,
the
really?
date of Friday?
I don't know.
Is it
The
29?
29th.
Ears hurt.
29.
So you'd be 29.
All right. All right.
I did not know
All
that.
right.
you go.
Well, there you go.
Well, look at
God
that.
bless you.
Wait, what, is that
Yeah,
supposed to be
see, this is the
important?
thing.
What the
Like,
fuck's the
my
point of
birthday.
that?
Well, no, my birthday's on the 15th, so mine happened when I was 15. Well, I didn't even fucking
Know what
it
that
was.
was,
A thing.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So unless you're kind of older,
Did you
it's
see
Damn,
that?
I'm
not a big
6.
deal. Right?
I was 6.
You had your golden at 6. You
That's
peaked at
bullshit.
6.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, Jay was 2. So Jay
Can you
was
pull
2.
this? Can you? I don't even know how we're gonna pull this shit up, but it's something like go like the date like 2020 2020 or something like that. 2020 2020
Oh, no.
There was just
Yeah, I
the
got
other,
you.
month that's 20.
Yeah, man,
What are
just
you
keep
talking
spamming.
I
about?
know, like, what are you talking about?
I don't even know how we could do it.
Dad, no.
There's not a 20th month.
No, dude.
No. There was recently there was
02
something.
20 2020. 02
02,
20
Okay, there you
2020.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
February.
02.
2020.
What about
But
it?
what just happened just the other day? It was something else happened the other day that was like only happens once a century, like a mile mark. What maybe I don't know what it was.
Every day.
There's probably that big old shit I took this morning.
Bam.
So that was a.
Is it palindrome day?
What is
That's
palindrome
a
day?
milestone.
No, that would be saying frontwards backwards.
That is,
yeah.
Gotta
No,
call the plumber.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
No,
Obviously, that was
literally,
a
though?
terrible thing. So Solus honk. Go ahead,
Literally
go ahead.
though, my dookie this morning.
Oh, no.
No,
This is a Friday
no,
podcast,
Dude, Jay,
Fox.
can you
Yeah, we
please
don't-
look
Can
this
you
up?
pull this shit up
No,
real
pull
quick?
this shit up.
Literally.
Jay, look at me.
No.
Pull this shit up. Like the classic fake dog toy, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fake shit. Look up a fake shit for me, please.
stop.
No,
Please, please, please,
Oh,
please,
please.
because
There
I'm
goes our viewership.
Yeah.
because I'm
Down.
telling
I
you,
can see it going down as we
Not you
speak.
now.
I want the one that's curled up.
This one?
No,
Or this
I
one?
need
At the
more of a
top?
circuit. Yes, dude. That was it, man.
The little ice,
That
the little
was
chocolate
it.
scone.
It was
Chocolate
wider though. It was wider. It had more
Jesus.
width.
We gotta get
to
out
it.
of here, guys.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I
We gotta get
apologize.
Friday talk, not today.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying it's Friday. It's a good day.
No,
No,
today's
it's
Today's
Wednesday.
Wednesday, though.
Oh shit.
That's what I said. Just save it for Friday.
That's always every day's Friday.
But
if you're
remember that. We'll
Rona.
talk about it on Friday for sure.
Okay, let's talk about that
I
on
might have
Friday.
a better one for
Let's-
Friday.
All right,
So
he's working on
he's
it right
working
now.
Solus Hockey says, "Hey guys, from Portland, going hiking. Catch you later."
Man, I tell you, the
Lucky
freaking
dude.
Oregon hiking
I
is,
gotta go.
is legendary.
That's where I want
to
to go, man.
I, you
Or
know,
there's bobcats up in them woods.
cares?
Mount Hood, man.
Mount
you gotta
Hood,
do Mount
dude.
Hood, dude.
I wanted to move there. That was
Yeah.
a dream of mine to move.
I mean,
to
Mount Hood is ridiculous because you could be like, it seems like you could be 50 miles away
Yeah.
and you could see it in the distance. It's like Mount Fuji, you know,
Yeah.
the same type of thing. Just, it's amazing. I've seen
Beautiful.
Mount Fuji once too.
I never seen Fuji.
Yeah, Mount Fuji.
I drank a Fiji water though.
Close
That's
enough.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
I was going to film the Japanese forest, but Logan beat me to it. so-
Damn, dude.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going hiking today in the Japanese forest. Oh shit, what's that?
No,
So crazy,
God
bro.
bless you, Logan. I love you, brother.
Bosums again says, "Hey, another Wisconsinite. Shake and bake."
You know, it's interesting.
Shake
I
and
always
bake.
find it interesting. I always find it interesting. Like, I didn't know that they were called Wisconsinites.
Me neither.
And like,
That's
we're
a-
Michiganders.
Yep.
Wisconsinite though sounds like
Yeah.
an army. Like
Wisconsinites.
Wisconsinites
Yeah,
tonight.
the
like-
Knights.
Oh, and
Yeah.
by the way, Wisconsin, thank you for the UP.
Yeah,
They gave us
dude.
the
Yeah,
UP.
yeah.
They
Thank
gave
you
us
guys.
the
That's-
UP.
Thank you guys. It's
Thank
way
you,
more
guys.
beautiful than you think.
Yeah, it's way better.
you
You
guys
guys
really
fucked that one up,
fucked
bro.
up.
You got that
Thanks,
one.
though.
So
Okay.
E Squire says, "Do you plan on having more doom rolls, boas? Do you breed them or do you get them from another breeder? I love that mail I got from BHB."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, actually, it's a friend of ours that produces them. We hope we'll get more later this year, and we are raising up a pair. We've got an adult male and a female coming up, so hopefully we'll produce them in the future. But right now, just getting them
You
from
know
other
what's
people.
funny? Doomroll boas are one of my favorite snakes.
They are so
They're
cool.
so cool.
I love gray is like one of my favorite like colors.
Yeah.
yeah,
And when there's like a baby Doomerals, like
Yeah, that
they
gray
can
is
have like a
beautiful.
really beautiful
yeah.
color to
Stark
them.
gray, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Do you know? Remember when we produced the first Dumerals boas back when we were kids? I remember it was a kind of a big deal because very few people had bred Dumerals boas in the country, and maybe even more important than that is that one of my mentors was Mark Bell from Reptile Industries, and he had never produced Dumerals boas. And so being able to produce them before him because he was trying was pretty awesome.
Cool.
That's huge,
It's
man.
kind of
That's
like one of those
awesome.
like
That'd be cool.
things where I remember calling him up, going like, "Guess what
Gotcha.
just happened?
Yeah.
13 baby Dumerals,"
He's like,
because I remember we had
"No."
13 babies that year.
That's
so
awesome.
That's
yeah,
so cool.
That was cool.
Kyle says, "Hey Brian, can you show Chinese beauty snakes on vlogs?"
Oh yeah, we
we have
can. As a
one?
matter of fact, yeah, we wanted to move one over to the Reptarium.
They're
Yeah.
the one we have is an asshole.
Oh, I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did a piece with it once with
Eric.
You're thinking of the Taiwan.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
there's
what
a
I thought. It was
Taiwan.
Taiwanese,
Yeah,
right?
Taiwanese.
We have a Chinese,
Chinese,
and
and
he's
that's
a bit
head
of an
albino.
ass. He is an albino.
Oh, it's an
He's a
albino
T
Chinese.
positive
Yeah,
or
T
something.
positive.
But he's a bit of an asshole.
Right.
We had him over there, and we couldn't take him out
Yeah.
because he was too bitey. But
he
I've
was
got
too
a
bitey.
Taiwan
Is it
that's
Jimmy?
coming up that is really nice.
I really want to get some of the blue beauties.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Yeah, I
yeah,
like
we
those,
always
yeah.
love those.
Somebody, I know this is really off topic. I'm so sorry. Somebody tagged me in a post, and there was some reptile vlogger that had these blue Insularis.
Insularis. Yeah, Insularis. Those are pit vipers from Malaysia.
So
yeah.
pretty.
Holy
No, we're not
cow!
getting those.
Indonesia
How
and Malaysia.
beautiful are those,
Yeah,
huh?
they're beautiful. Pull that
Holy
up.
cow.
Insularis
I know.
viper,
I know we have before,
please.
but it was just so crazy to me, like
How do you
how
s-
beautiful
I
they
think it's
were.
INU, like insa,
Okay.
or SU. Yeah, SU Luris. L-O,
Just spell it out. Insularis.
I'm-
It'll pop up. Or wow, the first Google search that never
Wow.
popped up. Blue.
Just go Viper and you'll get it.
Insularis.
Guarantee you'll get it. If you go Viper,
Viper.
it'll come up.
There
There
we
it
go.
is. There it is.
Yeah,
Is it main
Laris.
but
Shang?
they literally look like that. I mean, I know it looks
Yeah, they're pretty
photoshopped.
amazing.
It looks photoshopped, but it's like really
on that
not.
tail,
yeah.
that lure tail. That's so.
Yeah,
cool.
we saw some of those when we were in Indonesia.
What?
You know, yeah. So not in the wild,
Wild?
not in the wild.
Oh,
no.
fudge
In-
balls.
we went to a reptile show in Jakarta.
Oh, that's
and,
right.
That's
and
cool.
they had one of the days. I was one of the judges for the like best
remember
in
that.
shows, and one of the days was venomous. And so there were several
That's
Insularis
cool.
that
Was
were
that-
really beautiful.
This could be wrong. Was this the same trip where you kissed the cobra head?
Yes, it was in the same place I did the kissing the cobra head.
That's
yes,
cool.
yeah, the king cobra, the cabra.
The king.
Okay.
King
Tom
Cabra.
Murphy says, "Hey again, Barcheck family, and checking in. Got my first retic a month ago from Bob, and wow, the similarities but also differences between them and balls. Peace, Murph Dog.
Yeah, it's really cool. Retics are definitely a very unique animal.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm assuming you said meant Bob
Bob
Clark.
Clark, yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Good,
Cool.
good for you, man.
Kristen says, sending love vibes from Columbus, Ohio. I love your podcast, and it brightens my day. Happy
Kristen.
that you guys are finally opening Friday.
Thank you so much. And we love Columbus. We spent a lot of time, the first 20 years of our reptile career, we did Columbus, Ohio. Was it 20 years, you think, Lori? Or it was probably maybe 15 years. Every month we did Columbus, Ohio.
How long we did it?
Yeah, how
or
long did we
how
do it?
long?
No,
No,
it's
like-
still going. Well, it was going on before this.
You guys
but,
went,
but
like,
we
the
went for
streak.
probably at least 15 years, right? Do you think?
I mean, could be. I don't know.
It was all a blur.
Exactly.
yeah.
I mean, everything.
So
just
there. Yeah, we went there a long time.
Yes.
And we
I
love
mean,
the
in
zoo
my
there
mind,
too.
I'm still 30, so I don't.
Yeah.
know.
I don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Laura says, and this is an interesting question. Do you have any tips on getting kids back to school? Love you guys from UK. Like, I don't know if she means like getting them back into the idea, like, because obviously they're missing half a year of school.
Yeah, because I
You
don't
know
have the
what,
idea. Like,
Laura?
well, yeah, just
I'm
send them
not
on the
gonna
way.
lie.
Yeah, send them on the way.
I am so glad that is not one of my problems.
Yeah.
Because my heart, that's one thing I've been saying right from the start. I feel for everyone with
Yeah.
younger kids right
Well, you know,
now.
it's really weird too
Yeah.
because I know in the state of Michigan they're talking about, they don't have any plans, but they want kids to go back to school in fall, but they're talking about having them only go 2 days a week.
Weird.
And then the
They're
rest
talking
of the
all
three,
kinds
yeah.
of crazy
fuck's
shit.
the point
but
of
no,
that?
Yeah.
this is the
If you're
thing.
there
Like
one day a
honestly,
week,
it's still too
make it
far away,
5.
and I can't
Well, I
see
think-
that stuff happening.
I think the reason they're
I
saying
think
is
people
that-
are going to pick it and
Yeah.
just storm
Yeah, because
the
if you
shit
if you have a
because-
job, you
Yeah.
can't have your kids home
No,
all the
And
time.
and
no
this
one
is
likes
the
kids
thing.
that
I'm
much.
sorry, like I'm all for you guys, teachers and stuff like that. But if I'm homeschooling my kids half the time,
Well, you
why
know-
the fuck are you getting paid?
But you know what's
for,
really weird
working,
is that
you know?
I just heard today actually that in Michigan, 1/3 of
Just
the they said they surveyed 1/3 of the teachers said they would not go back to school in the fall. They would not go
Weird.
back
You
because
know
they didn't
what?
feel safe.
Oh,
Yeah, let's not go there because she's going to piss off the
because,
entire,
community
of
because you want to talk
teachers.
about not
Between me
being,
and I think
somebody
she's
just,
in a bad mood
somebody
too.
doesn't
Yeah,
want
she
to work.
seems a little
That's
touchy.
all I'm going to say.
So.
Yeah.
So
Okay. What do you?
out of here.
Glass.
Chelsea Glass says, pretending to work from home while watching my favorite podcast family.
Oh, my
Sending good
God.
thoughts your way. Love y'all.
Oh, you're the
Thank you.
best.
You're so
You're the
sweet.
best.
Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Just let us know. Send us an email what your employer is, and we'll get in touch with them. No, just joking. Just
Yeah.
You're making the right
Just tell
choice.
me what job we're kidding. Just tell me what does it rhyme with?
Yeah, just don't apply for us.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just joking. You're making the right choice. You're making the right choice.
Mindy says, yes, pardon my crazy Uncle Joe Exotic.
Is it really
Is
your
it
uncle?
really your uncle?
I was
Mindy,
thinking
I wonder
about
if it's
that.
really is.
You never know.
You never know.
He's somebody's
Because
uncle.
her last
probably.
name isn't Exotics, though. Mindy Exotics. I don't.
Yeah, it
It doesn't even make any sense, you idiots.
No way.
It's a square going in a circle. Don't fit.
Don't fit.
I don't believe you for 1 second.
Your last name ain't exotic.
But I would. It would be crazy to
Neither
have.
is it.
Could you imagine if that was your uncle, though?
Dude,
Like
no
that
way.
would be dope,
Hell
right?
yeah.
That, well,
Would it?
People
or would
always
it be the
come up-
opposite? Like,
I don't know.
people always come up to me and they're like, "What's it like, Brian?
Yeah,
being
I
your
was
dad?"
just gonna say.
And I'm just like, "It's cool." It's like he's
Yeah.
my dad.
He smells a lot worse at home.
Yeah, you can't smell him over the video.
No, you don't smell as bad anymore.
Since I
You've been
showered.
showering a lot.
Since this
more
year's
than-
shower.
Exactly, since the showers.
Yeah,
Since
shower.
the shampoo.
Shampoo changed my life.
Dude, it really did.
It did
This is
change my
this
life.
is what happened. Ever since Mom started making you change your pants, and you started to smell better. Because
Damn her.
Damn, dude.
Damn, you know, there's something that's good about, like at about week 2, week 3, those pants
there's
feel so
nothing.
comfy.
Dude, they
Nothing
get
good
the
about
starch
that.
out. They start breaking
Yeah,
in, dude.
yeah,
I
they
know.
get loosened up.
You know?
Yeah,
They're almost
exactly.
sweatpants.
They're loosened up where they're not even.
This is the way I
staying
think
up.
about
They're
that.
like literally at your knees because they're so bad.
This is what I think about that. Back in the cowboy days, they didn't change
How many
clothes.
How many pants do you think they had?
One.
One pair of pants.
one pair of pants.
These were my pair of
You
pants.
are not a cowboy, and we are not in those days.
We got a hat right here.
You
There's a
are
cowboy
not-
hat literally
you
within
are not
50 feet.
free range riding on a horse all day. You're in
But
a building with
the
us.
problem would be not necessarily so much your body smelling. It would be
Everything you're doing.
what you handle snakes for a fucking living.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're getting pissed on stuff.
Yeah.
There might be a
Yeah.
little regurg. I don't know. I'm just,
No, no, that's not.
I don't know why I said that.
I don't know either. But as a person who works with animals, yeah, I get bit, pissed, and shit on every day.
that's what I mean.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
You can't
It's
really
just
wear stuff because
stinking,
like
yeah.
it's just
Okay.
nasty.
All right, we can
okay.
change the topic now.
You know, just so
Amanda.
just to clarify, just to clarify, you don't smell
I know.
anymore.
It's so nice.
Anymore.
We enjoy
Anymore. Thank
it.
you.
We enjoy this.
Thank you very
So
much.
Amanda
Shampoo.
says, love seeing your pod video this morning. Can't wait to see those babies.
Thank you, Amanda. It's super exciting. It is wild, like I was saying. Did you even know this?
No.
We never had a female pied ever lay eggs before.
Yeah, she did. She said she knew it on the last podcast.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? We talked about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
I
go.
didn't say I knew it.
But we just had it laid. Just the pie just got. Maybe I was saying we were going to have it, so it just finally
yeah.
laid.
Yeah, I remember you
um,
talking about
You
it.
said
actually.
female
So-
pied because you were always saying how you would just make hets.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, we make pies, but we bred het to pie
We would always
instead of
raise up
pie
the
to
cheaper
pie.
het
Yeah,
females
because
than
you could
keeping
sell
the
the
pies,
female
too.
pies for a lot, and the hets were cheaper,
But
so
I
we
don't
could raise
know.
them.
Like you raised up so much stuff.
Yeah,
so I
but
didn't
that's
know
just
this was
crazy
the
that we
first
never
time.
produced a female. So we got 11 eggs. It was 11, 9 eggs,
think. It
11.
was definitely
It
more
was
than
9 or
8, yeah.
11, 9 or 11, one or the other, pied to pie. But it
Pied
was
to
pied to
pie.
pastel pied. So
So this
Yeah.
is
this is pretty cool.
a dumb question from a person that doesn't really know a lot of morphs. Is there an axanthic pied?
Yeah, they're called lightning pies. Remember we talked about
Okay.
that.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
lightning or what's the stormtrooper?
Well, no, Stormtrooper is a one-off
One-off.
animal.
Oh,
It's just,
okay.
it's just
Pastel,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It just came
Okay.
out wacky.
So it is like a kind of a black and gray, white.
Yeah, it's like
kind
a
of-
newspaper print pie.
Cool.
Yeah, newspaper.
Oh, you know
print
what else
pied,
was
yeah.
cool, Brian? That gray matter ball pipe. That
Yeah,
looks
gray
almost
matter
like
is,
that.
is yeah, gray matter can be reproduced.
How
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
is a lightning pied?
I think maybe $3,000, 2,500, something like that. They're not too.
I'm
too
sure it's
terrible
really
big.
pretty though. It's
They're
gotta be worth
beautiful.
it.
Do you want to pull one up, lightning
yeah.
pied?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, you can take a look. They're beautiful. I mean, they really are.
I
They're
don't think I've ever seen one actually.
Oh no, they're super cool. There's
Maybe
no doubt
without
about it.
knowing it, but it sounds cool because axanthic and like those black and gray colors are my favorite out of
Yeah, they're
Look
good.
at that, man.
like
Those are
ball
my
pythons.
favorites, too.
Yeah, like that is just amazing.
Stunning, right?
Yeah,
It's
like
beautiful.
if I were to get something, I would definitely have that in my collection.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Yeah, they're really nice.
All right. So next is Shay, says, love your videos and your attitude. I hope everybody is happy and healthy. I'm really excited to see some egg cutting.
Thank
Ooh,
you so much,
speaking of-
Shay.
Some people like the attitude. So
Oh, they
there
like
you
the
go.
attitude.
They like the attitude.
Did you mean Lori's attitude or Shay? What? Can you elaborate again on what attitude you're talking about?
And you better know the
speaking-
right answer.
Yeah, you better. Speaking of egg cutting, we did a first egg cutting today.
That's
for
right.
the year. It's going to be a couple days before you see it in the vlog, but we tried a lot of new techniques. Because we wanted to take egg cutting to like the not
go well?
cutting of
Yeah, it was
the
cool.
techniques,
Oh,
the
yeah,
filming.
That new
Yeah, we have a new
lens.
crazy lens. We
Okay.
have some
Rifle
different
barrel.
things, and we just want to
You
try to
didn't
take
stick
it
it in the egg, did you?
almost,
Like pretty
Almost,
close
yeah,
to it.
pretty close.
Like you can get real close.
Well,
We
the
talked about
crazy
them-
thing is that he put a razor blade on the end of the lens and just
Cut with it.
Cut it
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
cut
lens.
the lens.
Whoa,
Yeah,
you're
get
so
it.
smart. That's such a good idea,
It's a
dude.
POV.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Your finger,
tape that
your
stuff
POV
on it?
is of the finger,
Yeah.
of the
Yes.
fingers of the
Yes.
human cutting.
Because people always talk about how they like to see what's in the egg, but they
Yeah.
say somehow it's like satisfying to see the cutting.
People are
Yeah.
weird.
Yes,
'cause,
they are.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
people
I don't
are
like
weird.
that
People are for
shit.
sure weird.
I like that saying. People are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so
Ooh,
true.
that's a good T-shirt.
People are weird.
That's a good T-shirt.
That's a good T-shirt.
So egg cutting coming soon. Shay.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Shay. One last thing for Shay. I love your name. I don't know why it rings good
Shay's
with
a
my
nice
ear.
one. I
Yeah,
like
is
that.
it in your
It rings in my
repertoire
ear.
of names?
Oh, it's in my repertoire now.
So
Repertoire.
Shay can be a guy or a girl.
Yeah,
Shay.
for
A
sure.
Shay.
Yeah, our friend
Yeah, Shay Hamper.
Camper.
Yeah, he's a boy.
We've known him
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, I agree. Shay Weber with the Nashville
exactly.
Predators.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Christine.
All right,
Christine,
says,
our girl.
Stop by to say hi and get cheered up by watching you guys. My female albino het snow Kenyan sand boa just slugged out.
Oh,
Man, that's
Not a
sucks.
great way to start off the season.
I'm so sorry. She has some great Samboas, by
you
the
so
way. I
much,
mean, like, I would like to. By the way, Christine, please, if you do, I hope you will have a better rest of your year. We'd like to get some Samboas from you because she has some stunning
Some stunning
Samboas.
stuff. Hell
Really,
yeah.
dead serious. I mean, she's
Yeah,
got
I just
some.
raised some stuff up because ours is getting. Our group got
Yeah,
really
if you look,
old
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. If you look at CK Samboas on Instagram, that's her Instagram.
Oh, sweet.
So it's really cool Samboas.
Going with Cohen just gave 99 cents just for love.
you
man.
so much, buddy.
What's up, Cohen?
I'm loving that little icon. I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Oh.
it's your son.
Oh, here's another one.
It's
There's more.
hilarious.
There's
It
more.
There you
looks
go.
like he's got this little mean face.
Dude. And he says again, bought a personalized video 2 weeks ago.
What?
ETA?
Well, I would say reach out
It
because we would have.
probably already got sent
It got
out, so
sent. It would have got
email us,
sent out at
and
least.
we
Yeah.
will see what the problem is.
Yeah,
It
we
might have
would
got
yeah,
lost.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
that far behind.
Yeah, no. I got behind for a few days, but
not
I'm never more
weeks.
than 3 or 4 days out. Yeah, so yeah.
So Michael Tucker says, Noah, Bigfoot in Kentucky is known as the Kentucky Howler.
Ooh, Kentucky Howler.
That's how he
Wow,
sounds.
there
That's the
you go.
call.
That's
right there.
that's actually interesting because did
Yeah.
you Bruce, did you have that written down on the last one?
I never heard the Howler, the Kentucky Howler.
No.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one either. So
Huh.
that's interesting.
So that's
Thank you
cool.
for the knowledge.
I like that.
I love
All
new
right,
knowledge.
Good.
Faithful Caden says, imagine you're getting ready to board the spaceship with
Okay.
your choice of meals for the trip to Mars, all paid for. What's your order, dude?
I wouldn't want to
That's
eat.
a good question.
I wouldn't want to eat anything.
No, in
'Cause
general,
I'd
like-
throw up.
Even when you get to, what about when you get to Mars and
You're
you
going
need
to
your
have to
first
eat.
meal?
How long is that trip?
I will not eat from the
Okay.
time I leave Earth till the time I get back.
Okay.
Because
so
I
this
own.
doesn't
yeah.
count for you because you obviously wouldn't.
You know what I'm getting?
No, I wouldn't go. Fuck that, man.
I'm only bringing one thing, bitch.
What is that?
I'm bringing fucking astronaut
Fucking-
ice cream.
Oh, I missed
There you
that
go.
stuff.
That's all I'm
Yes,
eating.
Yes,
The
that's
Neapolitan,
what I
dude?
was trying to think.
I'll eat 40
know,
of those bitches.
That's the thing. Getting back to the space thing is, that just to be stuck in a little capsule, knowing you cannot get off for
Yeah.
being on a plane for 16 hours to Johannesburg is brutal.
You know what's so
But you know
funny?
you're going to get off. When you go up in
could
that
be-
other thing, you're going to be for months,
Months.
years.
Years.
Goodbye.
Potentially.
You know,
Goodbye.
and then-
Goodbye.
Actually, Jake, can you pull this up? One-way ticket to Mars.
I think it's 8 months
Please.
travel.
Or like one-way trip.
it
like
is
how,
I
it
think
is
it's
8 months.
8 months.
It is.
So-
That's the shortest.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's like
And the problem is you can't get back because if you go back, it could be 24 months. You have to wait till
It's
the
a
planets
different-
align,
yeah,
and that can be so. But they actually sold one-way tickets to Mars.
Oh, no way.
And I remember a rumor that Justin Bieber bought a ticket.
I remember that.
2026.
Yeah, exactly. And we were like,
2026, 12 women and 12 men, and they would be the first. And these
Human
are
settlements?
Dad,
they're the
can I-
settlements, and they're supposed to not come back ever.
That's crazy.
Can I
Just
say
one way.
something, by the way?
Yeah.
And Jay, I want to hear Jay's thought on this as well, because Jay's a very scientific man.
Thanks, Dad.
I think
Yeah.
that it's honestly a good thing. I agree with
That
Elon.
they don't come back?
No, wait. Well, yes. Because this is Elon's theory. Elon's theory
Yeah.
is that he wants to have a multi-planet
colonize.
species.
Yeah.
He says we should do it because what happens if we destroy Earth? Like,
Yeah.
what if we could actually
What
be
was,
on multiple
was it Mission
planets?
to Mars? Is that
That
the
was-
one
Yeah,
with
Mission-
Bruce
awesome.
Willis?
No, that was Armageddon.
No.
Yeah, but these
yes,
are
it
movies.
was. Armageddon was
No.
Bruce Willis.
No. I'm thinking the one with
The Martian?
Mars. Oh no, it was the
The Martian, right?
Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you're
No,
thinking of yeah. There's Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was darn it. They
Where
just
went to-
remade it.
Yes,
They just remade
yes, that's
it.
the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
What is it? They just remade this movie
And
a couple
that's
years
exactly
ago.
pretty much
Recall,
what they,
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
So
Just got
that's,
there, too.
That's
Yeah,
what
Total
he's
Recall.
thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Is Total Recall when they actually had to, to have the separate things and you'd go back and forth
But
between the two.
I think the point is what I was trying to get at was I think it's a good idea if looking at, let's say, our timeline of life, like human life, okay? Obviously, the sad truth, guys, hate to break it to you, we're not going to be like traveling across planets in our lifetime. We're going to be fucking dead, okay?
Right, probably.
But if you bring out the ruler of time, and let's say you look down 100 years,
Yeah.
in 100 years, I do see a reality where there could be a few thousand people on Mars.
Yeah,
I
Well,
think
of
that
course
could
it
be true.
No, of course that could be. Colonization could certainly happen. I mean, I think that's especially if there's terraforming is probably the
Yeah.
biggest thing.
That's
And
the
I
hardest.
and more than expecting it to actually happen, I want it to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not so much that I believe that it could be possible, because I don't know. I'm not really that much of a astronaut or anything. I don't really know the facts, but how cool would it be if that could be a reality?
Well, anything could be a reality. I mean, it's is it going to happen? Absolutely, it's going to happen.
And it's gonna be
You know,
awesome.
Yeah, will we see it through to the
I
end?
hope.
Probably not, because the terraforming alone is going to probably take 100 years.
Yeah, and even I think
but-
I've heard Elon even talk about it, that like the amount of technology and how difficult it would be to terraform another planet, it would probably be easier to just fix whatever's going on here.
Right, for now, yeah.
It would take
So-
hundreds of years to
Yeah,
do.
so but it's
I would love
it's
it,
going
yeah.
to
Yeah,
happen.
that's
There
what I
will
mean, like-
I think in our lifetime we will see people on Mars.
We'll see
permanent.
progress.
We'll
Yeah.
see people on Mars permanently.
Yeah, I think so.
Will there be any, what'll be more interesting to me physiologically space changes you.
I think so,
what's
for
the
sure.
so what's the first baby that's born on Mars going to be?
Well, think about it
You
like
know?
this too. Like gravity is like your organs work on gravity.
Right, yeah.
So if there's no gravity, your organs have to find a new way to
Right.
maybe process stuff that's easier.
Well, just like how we became who everyone is in this room today.
Yeah.
Evolution. The human body will either be forced to evolve or
die.
it will be dead.
Yep.
Oh well, yeah, no, and
So-
there is some gravity on Mars, so it won't be as
Yeah,
dramatic
yeah,
as what happens when you're in space. The hardest part about being in space for a long time is your bone density
Yep.
goes away, and of course your cardiovascular changes
Yes.
and all kinds of different physiological things. Your eyesight changes, all
Yeah.
kinds of
And that's
stuff.
one
And that's-
person, not even a generation.
right?
You know.
But it will be a little different with a little
Yeah.
bit of gravity on Mars, but no, we'll see it in our lifetime because there's such a push for it. Will it make sense? I don't know. I really don't know if it makes sense because there's a couple different things. I mean, if we are supposed to go extinct, should we be off this planet? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that's a whole nother story.
I think that there is no are we supposed to be extinct if we can evolve to not become extinct, because then that's destiny.
Well, I think that so I don't want to get too deep on this, but I think that my point is that as a human race,
Okay.
we should evolve to learn to live on this planet.
Better.
Quicker than evolving to get away from the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you were on a cruise
I
ship,
agree.
if you're on a cruise ship that's getting a bunch of garbage, would you rather clean the cruise ship up or jump
and swim to wherever?
Yeah, or jump into the lifeboat. You know what I
agree.
mean? Like so that's what I'm saying. I think that we're putting billions and billions of dollars. It's really, I think, what the space race of the 50s and 60s and now probably the Mars space race is more about us feeling good as humans,
Getting excited.
Yeah, us
for
getting
science.
more than it is a practical thing.
And then
or
remember
something
the
that's
trickle
needed.
down technologies that came
I
from
agree.
space. That same thing will happen with this because we'll have to build bigger and better
Dude,
things.
So I was watching this show. It's called History 101, and I think on the show they talked about space and stuff, and they said that through all the space companies, NASA, SpaceX, and the countless other ones throughout the world, something around $500 billion a year is put into technology, space travel, and all of that.
I think at least that,
And all it would take to solve the food world crisis, like the food crisis in the world, is 130 billion. And we're basically spending 5 times more of that on something like going to Mars.
That may or may not be smart. But
exactly, right?
But I mean, I think that there's a lot of layers in it.
There is,
but
and I was just thinking about this earlier in my car driving here. I was just like, the world is so complex because you can really truly dedicate your life to
anything. Hacky sack. Dude.
Anything.
You could be.
I could dedicate my life into making a plastic.
Speaking of this,
and actually, it's funny. She's one of the next. One of the next super chats.
Where's
Let Roses Burn.
Oh, Let Roses Burn.
Oh, is that
so
person?
Let
is that
Roses
who sent
Burn
it?
sent me this action figure.
Hold it up by your head.
It's a Brian Barczyk.
Look at how good that
figure,
is, dude.
And you can see it all around here. It's literally got the dopest banana
Did
shirt.
you have that shirt on today, or you put
He's
that
got
shirt
it on.
No, I literally have.
You
I
have
didn't
it
even
on,
realize.
dude.
Did you really?
He's got.
You just
Wait, you
happened to
didn't
wear it
realize?
I just happened to. I
No.
did not know I had this shirt on.
He did that on purpose too.
I've been filming him all day, and I didn't even realize.
So it's got a Bella Bananas. It's got RJ with one arm. It's got my hair. It's got my stubble. It's got my gorgeous blue eyes, which I think is the big
Gorgeous.
No, it's got the no. I was joking about that.
Not the gorgeous blue
But
eyes.
literally,
Nailed it.
Let Roses Burn. This is
He's geeked out, dude. You don't understand.
Literally, I've gotten so many things from people, and I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything. This is the top thing I've ever gotten.
It's so good.
It's so
RJ
good.
has one, or
Yeah.
like has 3 legs.
Yeah, it has
One
3 legs.
leg missing.
I mean, the attention to detail she put into this is ridiculous. So thank you. And sorry,
And she
my
says that
birthday's-
her birthday's on December 12th, so on 12/12/12,
yeah.
she turned 40.
Oh my gosh, that's
Also, I don't know if you
That's
noticed,
actually
there's a little
awesome.
jacket down here as well.
I did, and
It's
that
another
actually said
shirt
"Stay
that said
positive."
Stay positive. So it was like
Yeah.
his other shirt. It was up here.
Yeah, it was up
earlier.
there. It fell down. I've got to fix the thing.
It
a
looks
little
like it got shaken up a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's still
Because
It's
he's
so
been,
dope.
He's been
Needless to
carrying
say.
Yeah, he's been carrying it around
ever
like a
since he
lunchbox.
opened it.
He's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a little kid again.
I've
Literally.
showed everyone. I
He's
went
like-
next door
He's
to
like,
the
it's
ga-
not a doll, it's an
Take that
action
to the gas-
figure.
Look at my action figure.
Hey, I went next door to the gas station and said, "Look at my action doll."
Hey, Bob.
Bill,
Bob.
his
His
name's
name is
Bill.
Bill. His name is Bill.
Bill.
Be respectful.
Do you look
Bill.
at what I got?
I got an action figure, Bill.
And I asked him if he wanted to buy one. I was like, "Do you want to buy my action figure?"
He's like, I
I'll
don't
be
play with
Target.
dolls.
would.
And you're like,
He
it's an action
100%
figure.
would.
It's only $33.99, Bill.
Yeah.
Please.
No, but thank you.
Roses, yeah.
Legitimately, that was ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I can't thank
we
you
love
enough.
it.
Thank you.
So Haley again comes in and says, "Don't worry, I'm not offended. I only eat the biscuits at Red Lobster. I'm in Appleton near Green Bay. If you're ever interested in a Packers game,
Yeah, we
Never.
know our son-in-law.
He's not there anymore.
No. I'm saying our son-in-law's best friend, who was in his wedding, played for the Packers.
What?
Jeff
Did
Janis.
for a
yeah.
few years. He was
Yeah,
a
for a
wide
few-
receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver for the Packers.
But he's
Just I
been
think
out
last
for
year
a
was
year or so,
last year was when he's out of the league.
And
They
he
booted him out.
actually he did catch a touchdown pass or two
In the playoffs.
In the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Oh, he
Whoa.
did really well. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't.
I think
I think it was.
I know this is really random. We'll make it really quick, but I think that goes to show you how rare it is to be good in a professional setting.
Oh my
Because,
God.
because
Yeah.
like we all agree that actually watched him. yeah, he did do well.
Yeah, every time they
Right.
put him in, he did well. They
Yes,
just didn't put him in.
and they didn't give him a shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Well, we had the same thing.
it shows
with
you how
Zerlon,
hard it
too.
is.
Same thing. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, our
another
friend,
guy.
our
And
daughter
he-
went to school with a guy named
Yeah.
Zerline
Yeah.
Tipton, and he played for a couple teams. The last one was St. Louis Cardinals, and he was like a special.
Wait.
No.
No, that's a baseball team.
Oh no, I'm sorry. St. Louis Rams.
No.
Or no, Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis
There you go.
Colts.
I knew it was
That's
Midwest.
There
Yeah,
you go.
we were in the
There you
Midwest.
go, there
In
you
the
go.
Midwest.
First try, too. That was
That
good.
did not
First
sound
try.
right.
First
right?
try.
First try. Yeah, first try.
It was.
So weirdly enough, Zerlon, who is a freak,
What a name.
talented guy, he finally got a shot because the running back got injured, and it was the playoffs, and he crushed it in the playoffs. I mean, he just did so amazing in the playoffs, and then unfortunately he died over the summer and never played again. Obviously,
Oh my God,
That
turned.
yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
Didn't expect
He
that.
shot
he had
himself.
a
It was-
in
it was-
by accident
was
in the
an
stomach.
accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
shot
was an
himself in the
accident.
stomach by accident. He had a loaded gun in his car. He
or
took
something
in
like
his
that.
duffel
In his
bag.
backpack.
Yeah, and he took his backpack or duffel bag out, and it went off and shot him in
Yeah.
the stomach, and he died. You know,
Just
So,
a freak.
yeah.
Isn't that
R.I.P.
crazy? But
now, but his brother is about to go
he
pro,
was,
right, or
um,
something like
Yeah.
that.
Well,
yeah,
wow.
He just got
What a family.
Well,
thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Zerlon was literally the best athlete, non-pro. Like while
Yeah.
I was in school,
yeah.
Yeah.
I've
All
never
through high
seen
school, he excelled at everything
exactly.
he did.
I've never seen a better athlete in high school.
everything.
in my
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah.
I'm talking from
Yeah.
kid to adult to now. Like that's
yeah,
how
baseball, basketball, football.
He's just a rock star, huh?
dude, insane. And his brother, Penny.
yeah.
Yeah, Penny.
He was
And
a few
Penny's
grades
the one. He actually just got signed to college.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
college,
yeah.
D1, yeah.
D1. Yeah, exactly. So,
So
like,
he's pretty much followed in his footsteps.
and
It's funny
exactly,
too
that
because
whole family
he
is
kinda,
just
Yeah, and
he
they
kinda
said that
looks like
he
him
looks
too.
just
I
like
know
him,
when
too.
I
And they
see
said-
his
I've
mom
heard
post
that-
the pictures, it's creepy.
I've heard
like-
that they say Penny is better than Zerline.
Whoa.
And he's like 5 inches taller than him, too.
Whoa, so
on
he's
top
gonna
of
take
it,
over,
so-
man.
better.
So, yeah,
like,
but,
and I remember playing with Penny because we were friends. And Don,
Yeah,
like,
he was a little bit
exactly.
younger
He
than
was
you,
about
yeah.
a grade or two below us, 2 or 3, whatever. And we were friends. And I remember we played 2-hand touch after school or during lunch or whatever. And
You couldn't even touch him.
exactly, no, exactly. Like he would break everyone's ankles. He would
He's just out.
just beast mode you. Like he
Yeah.
would tackle you, he would put you down. Like, and he was 3 grades below us doing
Yeah.
this to us.
Yeah.
You know, like back
And when
then.
you're that young, like 3 grades is a big difference
it's
in
huge.
size and
I'm like, yeah, me
ability.
and Dom, like
Yeah.
we looked at him, we're like, yeah, he's gonna be a problem.
He's gonna be a problem.
gonna be a
I wish the best for him, and
So he took the bat to his knees.
yeah, we took him
You're
out.
going to take him out.
no,
We're not
no,
gonna make him-
Seabiscuit.
All right, go ahead.
So we got some love from Bella and from Sharon. So thank
Hey,
you,
Bella.
guys.
We I wonder if that's Bella from my tour.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was wondering the same thing.
yeah.
There's a lot
It's
of
the
Bellas
lizard
in this
upstairs.
The
It's
lizard.
a damn iguana again.
she's typing into the live chat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Charles says, thank you, Brian, for the video message. My friend
yeah.
Melissa got it Monday and was beyond happy. Me, Melissa, and her husband will be coming June 12th.
There you go.
Awesome.
We can't wait to have you.
Oh, is that like a
gonna be
Mormon couple?
No,
We'll find out on June 12th.
no, I don't think it goes that way in the Mormon world. It goes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Go ahead.
But it's fine.
we-
Brandon says, sending some love from Washington. Got our crystal ball python from BHB about a month ago. Switched her
BHB.
from live to frozen. No problem.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Crystal balls are great.
They're beautiful, man.
It's a great name for
It's-
a ball python,
There's
right?
a couple
The crystal
paintball.
ball. Yeah.
Paintball's another good one.
Paintball.
There's a
crystal
couple
ball,
real good ones.
Dragon Ball. Why is there not a Dragon Ball?
Lorry ball.
Ooh.
Where's the
Ball.
Dragon Ball?
Dragon
best
Ball
of
would
the
be a
best of
good
the
one.
That's what I mean.
We need
Yeah.
maybe that. You know.
Lorry
Yeah,
ball.
maybe
would be
that.
a good one.
I don't think you know what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
All right, so Danielle says, hey, Brian, love your channel and watching it in the morning. It definitely motivates me to stay positive through the day. We'll always support you guys. Love from Oklahoma.
Thank you so much. And it's interesting, as I was reading that, all I saw was drywall instead of day will or something like that.
You know, your
Yeah.
brain, you know.
I'm like,
Alright.
are you a drywaller?
So it's not as her uncle.
Oh,
Mindy
so
says.
Mindy,
I wish it was my
Mindy.
uncle.
she clickbaited us.
She
You
clickbaited.
did.
Mindy
You got us,
clickbaited
Mindy.
us.
Got us.
Dang it, man.
real
well,
quick-
tell Unc said I said hi, man. Tell Uncle Joe I said hi.
I saw somebody in the comments comment, "Can you see me or am I blocked?" I saw you, so
Yeah,
don't
you're
trip.
not blocked.
All right, Larry.
The only time you get blocked is if you do something bad.
Yeah,
so
if you're naughty.
if you think you're going to get blocked, that means you probably did something that you could be blocked by. So
don't be naughty.
You would know if you were blocked.
Yeah.
I saw somebody
Larry.
here. Ishan says, why doesn't Brian swear?
He does.
I
Do it
swear.
right now.
Swears a
Swear
lot.
right now.
Say a
A
swear.
lot.
Sarah, say a cuss.
The tip.
Wait.
I'll darn it.
Yeah.
I'll darn you.
Golly gee
Whippersnapper.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Whippersnapper,
Oh
you.
my god.
Oh, jinkies.
I mean,
like, dude.
Literally.
That's like from Scooby-Doo, right?
Shaggy.
I've never heard
Thank you.
such foul language from my father before.
Golly gee, Willie curse.
That's funny though.
No, I do swear. On the podcast, I swear.
Yeah.
No.
The swear jar was empty today, and now it's completely full. It's
in
overflowing.
real life.
Oh
Yeah,
my
in real
god, he
life, I
swears
swear.
at us so
Swear a
much.
lot.
Remember last
I literally
night?
swear at
he was he was swearing at us. He was like, "Fuck you guys, fuck you guys." Remember that? Remember that, Mom?
No, I don't
And
remember
he
that.
was just,
I do.
yeah,
I do.
exactly. He was
So I
just
was
like,
like,
"You guys,
no, fuck you."
Yeah,
No, I don't recall that.
crazy,
Yeah.
right, Jay? Who is that next, Larry?
Dude, so Larry says, thank you all for being amazing. You deserve the world. So
Thank
do
you
you.
so
Wow.
much. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, bro.
And
Amanda's back.
Amanda Fuqua, I think. I don't
She's
know.
back.
But
She's the one with the lightning pipe.
yeah, she's the
Yes.
one that wants it, so she's holding out for
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Save
you're,
up.
you're
Well,
amazing.
hope
Thank you
you get
again.
it.
Welcome back too. Thank you so much for
I know,
you. I
she's-
appreciate you.
Mindy's back.
Mindy's back.
She says,
Welcome
"Am I
back,
the only
Memphis.
person who had the T-shirt idea about getting peed on by Lucy at the Reptarium? I hope you really get those shirts, the ones that say I got peed on at the Reptarium."
I don't know that you were the only person, but we do want to do that.
Yeah.
We do want to now that we're getting back to being open. That's something I want to make for sure. Because not just Lucy. I mean, we've got, as a matter of fact, Bruce took out Night Fury yesterday. And,
oh my God. We went outside because it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day outside. They took him outside just to see, and he like
lit it up,
yeah,
dude.
unleashed.
And it was
the
funny
beast.
too because Lori just like had walked past us, and Bruce like as soon as he Night Fury peed and pooped, he's like, Lori gave us the look of like, I told you so before it even happened, dude.
I did. I walked in.
You're
like,
like,
what
this-
the fuck are you
you guys are
doing? And then
idiots.
I walk in and
It smells
I
so
guess
bad
he
too.
will.
So hang on a second. So is this Chelsea? Is this the one that said that she was watching us?
Oh yeah, probably the
I think so.
the
Yeah,
job
yeah.
Bank manager, just waiting for the team members.
To meet me virtually while I enjoy Brian throwing me some shade. Gotta make time for checking in, baby.
Yeah.
Thank
What'd you do to
thank you
Chelsea?
so much.
No, he was
which-
calling her
yeah.
out about tell me where you work, so I'm gonna.
Because she said that she was pretending to work while she was watching.
And by the way, if you have a little extra money in the bank, just send it our
Holla.
way. We got you. We got you.
I'll send you my routing number.
Yeah, we can
My
send you
checking number.
Yeah, PayPal right now.
All right. So Jay says, "Hey Brian, I was wondering if you could read my DM from on Insta. It's Yo It's Chase. Can you please read it and send it to the Reptarium Insta?"
Oh, I don't have the Reptarium Instagram.
Yeah,
we have somebody who
I don't
who
do
handles the
Reptarium, yeah.
Reptarium, but she does. I think she checks it. I'll check.
Yeah,
with
I'm
her
sure
tomorrow.
she checks it. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't do the Reptarium stuff at all. Which I just have so many social things that I'm involved
We
in.
actually have someone we hired to do a lot of.
Yeah,
our
she's been with
social.
us for 8 years or whatever it is. I mean, early on in the social, she's
time.
been with us a long time. She's fantastic, and she runs a lot of social. So basically, anything that's either Brian Barczyk or Snake Bites is me.
Yeah.
And then everything else is Steph. And I mean, we oversee things, but she's pretty much, like the I call her the wizard behind the curtain.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
she's amazing.
Yep,
She is
that's
great.
what we call her.
The wizard behind the curtain.
Yeah.
That's when she walked in today. They're like, "Hey, wizard! Oh, hey, wizard!"
Oh, that's the wizard.
The wizard, the wonderful wizard.
Yeah.
of
You guys,
BHB.
I was trying to get there.
you guys are serious, right? I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah.
She's
what
the
do you?
whiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whiz.
Obviously.
Whiz
The
kid.
Wiz,
The
no, the
Wiz.
Wiz was that Wiz
Whiz
wasn't
kid.
good,
The
no.
Wiz.
The Wizard of Oz was good. The Wiz was not good.
Okay, hater.
All right.
All right,
cool.
move on.
Well, yeah. All right. This
You
one.
like The Wiz?
Now listen. If this does
Okay.
happen, I want to film it and make it really cinematic and hysterical. But can Brian and Lori arm wrestle, and the winner decides what the new mascot will be for the Reptarium? Tomorrow's vlog. You know.
Sloth. Do you know I did arm wrestle a girl once?
Me too.
No, so it was Athena. Remember Athena?
And she kicked her ass.
Oh, she fucking crushed
Oh,
me.
arm was
Athena's
like-
a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah,
crushed
that
me,
time
yeah.
she was.
It was
Her
at
arms
a
were
it was
like
at a
3
reptile
times
yeah.
bigger
It was
than
at a
it
reptile show in Toronto, and they made me arm wrestle her. And I said, number one, I knew she was going to beat me
Yeah.
because she's huge.
Huge.
But I couldn't win either way.
No.
I can't win. Even if I could have won, you beat a girl.
Oh yeah, wow, dude, wow, you're super tough.
No,
Like,
that's
no.
not true.
I'm
you
beating
can,
that fucking
and you
girl.
should.
But I did
like,
give
what
it.
do you don't?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to do it because you're.
No,
a girl.
I
You
gave
either
it.
do or you just
Listen,
don't
I
do
gave it some pressure, and she crushed me.
Well, I know.
Yeah, I mean, there was
She's
no
beautiful.
chance.
There's no chance ever.
No,
for
she crushed
you.
me. Yeah.
no, it's more or less like it's not that you shouldn't give your all. It's more or less just like. If your little
Just
person
don't do
friend
it. You
was
shouldn't
fighting
do
me
it in
and
a-
I won, they'd be like, "Oh,
You shouldn't do it in a
Well,
dick
yeah,
way.
obviously.
But if
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
can beat, like if you're just
Yeah.
doing
He starts-
whatever, you don't just pretend and go, oh.
No, I didn't pretend. I tried.
No, I
Yeah.
know.
But yeah, it's like fighting someone in a
just
wheelchair.
saying.
You
Yeah,
never
yeah.
want to win that fight.
Yeah, because
Well,
either
I'm
you
not
got
that
beat up,
fucker up.
either you got beat up by someone in a wheelchair,
like
or
a-
you fucked
Wait,
somebody up in a
Is
wheelchair.
that what you're likening arm wrestling me?
Yeah,
to
it's
fighting
somewhat-
someone
Fighting against someone in a wheelchair. Yeah. That's what he said. I don't know.
Really?
I just run the
That
board.
what we're saying?
I don't know. I just ran the board.
No,
He was.
I gotta get out of here.
He was saying he's
Abort.
the one in the
Because
wheelchair.
we'll do it right
yeah.
fucking now.
You're-
And I might put you in a wheelchair.
all right,
All right. No.
All right, so let roses.
No.
come on.
No.
Nah, all right.
So let roses burn says,
No
"Oh my
fun.
God, I can't believe you got it. I'm so glad I made it." And so
Oh
are
my
we.
gosh.
We're so glad you made it, too.
I want to
It
talk to you
did.
sometime
It made
about
my
this.
day.
I really
That's
want
pretty
to talk
awesome.
to you about this sometime.
Yeah, because we're gonna need you to make like 100.
Yeah, because we're gonna need 100 of them for the gift shop immediately.
We're hiding them everywhere.
Can you
dude.
have that for Friday,
Yeah,
please?
please.
No,
Yeah.
that was seriously. I'm blown away. I
We
love it.
should,
Thank you so much.
We should make some.
The bear guy you mentioned on Friday.
Yeah, so Larry says the bear guy you mentioned on the last podcast is Timothy Treadwell. Treadwell. Very sad story, but his documentary called Grizzly Man is a great watch. I gotta
Was
check
that
that
on your
out.
podcast?
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if this was the one that the crazy bear suit, but this is the other guy. This is the guy that
The
lived
guy
with.
that died, right?
This is the guy that got eaten by grizzlies. Yeah.
So interesting story I saw on Instagram today. There were a family, father, mother, and son. Son was a teenager, and in northern Italy, they were in a sort of wilderness area, and they were just having a picnic. Okay, just the three of them having a picnic. The son went to go take a pee, and guess what was in the bushes, less than 3 feet away?
Bigfoot.
Pancakes.
Full-grown grizzly bear.
It couldn't be a grizzly bear in
Well,
Italy.
actually,
but
I don't
it's
know.
Maybe a bear.
I don't know
It
bears.
was whatever
It was
bears are
big-ass
indigenous.
bear. There
It
was a
was
big-ass
it was a
bear.
big ass bear, and
Okay.
it was brown, so I'm guessing it was a brown bear. I don't fucking know bears, but
Right.
needless to say, a huge ass bear.
did it
and,
eat 'em?
And they have it on footage. They grabbed their stuff and they walked away slowly.
Yep.
They just walked away slowly.
Got
and
so lucky, dude.
and they did get really lucky because the bear didn't notice them at first, like it seemed in the video. It was kind of just walking, minding its own business.
Yeah.
But there was a point where the kid stopped and he looked back, and then the bear stood up.
Oh, no,
And like
dude.
it was doing like some sort of like a. Like it was like kind of deciding like, am I gonna go kill these people right now, or
am I gonna
what's
get
up?
these berries and these bugs? over here?
Exactly, and it decided to get the
Did
fucking
you ever
berries.
see that? Did you ever see that
got
video
lucky.
where the guy was like and I wonder if it's
Motorboating?
No, he was like bicycling, and then a bear starts chasing him.
Yes, yeah, but we were talking about. We think it's fake, right?
I think
was
it
that
might
you
be
I was
fake.
with?
I
Yeah.
think it's fake.
Yeah,
I've
because it
seen
looks
the
a little
motorboating
weird.
one. That one was cool.
Yeah,
Motorboating one.
Yeah, he was just like,
Oh yeah.
and then a fucking bear came out.
No,
Rawr!
I didn't see that one.
You're missing out.
All right.
Sherry Lynn, Mad Cat, and she goes, "This is for Lori's wine and dog fun." Brian, my sister Dot says, "Thank you again for her personal video. You and Eric make me laugh too much." No,
Oh,
Thank
that's
you so
awesome. Well,
much.
thank you. Appreciate you.
you good?
What?
He just had a little stroke. It's fine. He'll be
I was
back.
just like,
He's like,
I was laughing because somebody named their child Dot.
I think it's
Dottie.
probably probably
Dot,
But
and
you know what? It's cool. It's
Dot is cool.
Dot is cool.
I like it.
Yeah,
It
Hey,
is.
what up, Dot?
What up, Dot?
Yeah, you know.
Dot.
Yeah, you remember
Dotty.
Dot.
I would call him Dotty.
You remember?
Dotty.
Oh God. Oh my
Oh
God.
shit! I gotta get out of here.
Wait, is that fucked up?
I didn't hear anything. I don't know what you're talking.
Sorry.
So,
Oh,
right.
so yeah, go ahead. I
All
wanted
right.
to see. I saw the Shay one.
We could hit that one first. Shay says, "I am a guy, father of 6.
yeah.
We love watching your videos and podcasts. Lori's attitude is the best. I can relate to it more, but Brian's passion is very motivating." Bam, bam, shots fired.
Shay.
It's all about my
Shay, I thought you were
attitude,
good.
so-
I thought you were a good guy. You know,
I know.
No,
your last name should be Baden, dude.
Yeah,
Shay Baden.
Shouldn't be good and
Shay Baden. No, but that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, our friend Shay is also obviously a guy. As a matter of fact, do we know a Shay girl?
Our guy
you
friend.
don't know that if it's a guy or a girl.
he just said.
He's a father of
guy,
six.
father
Yeah,
of
but he
six.
could be a transgender.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We don't really know.
No, I'm just
He
fucking
identifies
with you.
as a guy.
I'm just
Yes.
fucking with you
He's
guys.
a father.
Okay, I'm
He's a
just
father.
fucking with you. It's
So,
okay.
but we don't know any.
Church
Do we know any?
father.
We know Shaynee, but not a Shay girl.
I knew
I mean,
Shay.
I've
I know
heard
what-
of it. So.
Is it a different spelling? Do you think Shay is a
Probably.
girl?
You can
Probably
spell
AY.
it any way you want.
I think
Okay.
it's
the way people do things.
It's not even a word, so we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right, Ron.
All right,
All right,
Ron.
Ron. Started following you guys for a few months now. You guys are great. I did purchase a female pied about a month ago.
Okay.
From BHB. She's doing great. Her name is Medusa. Lots
Oh,
of love
nice.
from Gilbert, Arizona. I'm
Gilbert,
you.
Arizona.
Dude,
Thank you so
This
much.
guy's fucking last name is Holub.
Haloob, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
That's a good name.
No, it's a good name. And I freaking love Arizona. We got to go to Arizona
I just miss the
sometime.
desert, man.
Yeah, we
I
got to
love
go to
it.
Arizona.
My favorite part of the podcast is just roasting people's names.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's why they're going to love to come back to us,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
I
Hell
love
yeah,
F
dude.
these guys.
Hey,
I'm
look
never
at Tingles, dude. Tingles loves
Yeah,
it. And Heavenly
Tingles.
Knees, dude. She
Yeah,
loves it
Knees
too.
is
And
great, though.
next up is Holub.
Yeah, Holoob, dude.
Yeah, Holub.
Holoob.
What a fucking guy.
Oh, now I
I
got it,
love
dude.
these people.
You know, there's a place. Have you ever passed that place on 75 heading to 8 Mile? It's called Fuchs Lubricant.
No,
Yes.
dude.
I love it.
Yes, I have.
F-U-C-H.
Because I think you and
F-U-C-H
I
Lubricant.
have went back and forth because we know a guy that's his last name.
Yeah, his name is
It's
Fuchs.
Fuchs.
Yes.
But everyone
Spelled
else might
different.
think it was like Fox
Yeah.
Lubricant.
Fuchs, dude, I have so many fucking
Yeah,
stories
Chad.
with
Yes,
Chad.
you know Chad.
We should get
Can I-
Chad
can
on
I
the
tell-
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, it
do
is
it.
getting a little. Can I tell one
Yeah, go ahead.
short Chad story?
Yeah,
is that
Chad
okay?
Fuchs, yep.
Okay, so
And these are all stories I regret as a parent.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Daytona, Florida, roughly 2008, 2009, summertime.
How old
all
are
right,
you?
8 or 9.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do the math.
I forget. I forgot he was 2000.
No, that's an understandable question. I was 8 or 9. So I'm out here. Parents are doing jobs and shit. All right, I'm just a little kid trying to have a good time.
Yep.
So I go under Chad Fuchs' wing because he,
Oh, God.
because he,
Which was a bad
First mistake.
because at the time, again, I haven't talked to him.
You
in
thought he
years,
was the
okay?
coolest guy
Yes,
ever.
because
he
he
was
was-
literally on your fucking mental level.
Exactly. He's a 30-year-old
adult,
guy
yeah.
Yes.
on my 8-year-old
Brainwave.
brainwave.
Because is that the time where he had the shit?
Well, Mom, let me tell the story, please, before you ruin it. All right, so he would do a bunch of pranks and stuff to all the people at the
Yeah.
shows, and
Yeah.
we'd just be having around, goofing around, having a good time. And this was probably we've seen each other at a few shows, but this Daytona was definitely the peak of our fundum. All right, so he bought a big old package of Tootsie Rolls.
Yep.
Okay, and then he bought liquid ass as well. All right, have you ever heard of liquid ass?
Is it like almost like a
Smells.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
It is
just
a spray can
stinks
about this
so
side
bad. Oh.
that is full of liquid that smells like ass.
Wow.
All right.
Terrible.
And you squirt it, and if one squirt in this basement, the whole basement will
Yeah,
smell like
Terrible.
a fresh.
We never had
shit.
that spray. That's cool.
Yeah. By the
it's
way,
terrible.
we bought it in high school. Another store for a different date. Friend got suspended. But at this time in
Good.
Daytona, we have. I know you're having such a great time. You know
No,
what?
go.
So we had. We made Tootsie Roll poo-poos. Okay.
Poo-poos.
And at
I
the
remember.
auction, all right. This was
Oh,
probably
no.
what was it? NIRBC auction?
No,
or
no,
what,
no.
what-
It was the Daytona or National Rep. I can't remember what
Doesn't
the
matter.
thing-
Okay, so
yeah.
one of the reptile auctions.
It was the
needless to say-
Daytona Reptile shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were sitting in the back, okay, and we made this big old dookie log, and we hit it with about 3 or 4 squirts of the ass thing, and then we roll it down the middle of the aisle.
no.
And it rolls into the front of the crowd where the person's like 10, 15, 15, 15, and it rolls out, and there's a lady in the front. She goes, "Oh no! What is it?" And you just hear commotion coming on, and me and Chad are laughing. We're just having a big old time. And literally, the lady made Chad get up and go grab the poop in front of everybody because she knew exactly who it was.
Well,
she was
yeah.
just like,
That was the
"Wow, wow, wow."
same.
Such a good
That
time.
was the same Daytona where he got punched in the face. Because I'm glad you were not with him because like we reined
Yeah.
you in, but he was riding in the elevators of the hotel
With his
And
his rubber
somebody's-
ducky.
Somebody's wife, and he like threw the shit out and was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, and then
That was
it
Chris
opened
McQuaid
up,
is what that
and
was,
then the
yeah.
husband was like, "What the fuck's your problem?" Literally punched
Rocked
him in
him,
the
dude.
face.
One of my favorite, one of my favorite things he ever
And I was
did.
so glad you weren't there.
One of my favorite things he did, though, we were remember how we used to go to the go-karts? Mm-hmm. So you'd have to walk from the hotel. Yeah. It's like quarter mile, whatever. Oh, no. I'll never forget. He had the little fart pad that he used to use all the time.
Oh, whoopee cushions.
Whoopee cushion. Yeah.
We do those too.
Yeah. And so literally we're walking, and I'll never forget this. We're walking, and there's a guy in a Porsche with his window down, in his girlfriend, and as he walked by, he stuck his ass in the window and did the whoopee cushion. Yeah, it's just some random dude. Yeah, and I remember looking back, and the guy's look of disgust. I mean, it was just like this dude just literally farted in my car.
Yeah, dude, and your Porsche.
And he just kept walking. Yeah. He just kept walking.
It's like fuck you.
And he just went up, stuck his ass in there, farted, and kept walking.
Fucking so
that's
good,
incredible.
dude.
Yeah, that's good
humor. That's what I mean, dude. It's just like. That's the kind of shit I'm about.
And that's the kind of shit that sometimes gets you punched in the face.
It's
I'm
true.
Just saying,
It's really true.
Well,
you gotta
you
be
imagine?
willing to
It's
take
worth
it.
It's worth it.
For sure worth it.
Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it hurts.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I remember that fart. Oh, that's such a good time. Like I can
such a good time.
I can see like literally because he did a leg lift too. It was like a walk by and it was just like
right into the guy's window.
Yeah.
With this guy probably first date.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, dude.
And she probably immediately was like, "What kind of a man am I dating that won't
wouldn't
even
beat that
stick
guy's
up?"
ass?
Yeah, because the guy just like looked like he didn't know what happened. But then again, I always talk about this. You know, you always think like when something happens, you're going to be a big man and beat someone up. But sometimes you're probably in such shock, like, did that just fucking happen?
And now they're 3 blocks away. By the time you're like, holy shit. Someone farted on him. Yeah, because that doesn't happen often.
It depends on what kind of person you are,
what kind of mood you're in,
and what happens.
What mood you're in.
And I think,
because
sometimes that's the case. Other times, before I even think about it,
I'm knocking you out.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also might have a prediction here. I think there's a chance they got married. And all these years later, all these years later, she still throws that in his face. Yeah, you're not even a fucking man. You never even stood up for me when that guy farted in our car.
In my mouth. Well, pretty much.
Because it was on the passenger side, wasn't it?
No, it was on the driver's side.
So actually, he took the fart.
He took the fart.
He
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. God bless him.
He ate it.
Well, God blessed him. All right.
Okay, let's move on.
Jeffrey says, "Love the podcast with the guys, but I miss Lori and the family ones. What's next for the Super Lori? I've been working on more ghost stuff lately."
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. And we do have some pretty interesting Lori stuff this year. I really want to. We're messing around with a lot of banana stuff with Lori stuff because I think that darkness of the Lori ball and the banana can be really interesting. So I want to see a banana Super Lori. I think would be ridiculous. Yeah. So that's something that we're working on. We'll see what hatches.
That's the fun is you never know until it pops out.
I mean it could be. Yeah, it
could be ugly as shit.
New mascot, Wombat.
New mascot Wombat from Sherry Lynn.
I love wombats, actually.
No.
I do love wombats.
Fuck off, Sherry.
I have a wombat, don't I? Or do I not have No, I don't have a wombat yet.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I couldn't even remember. But wombat is one of the animals I want to get tattooed.
Ooh. Good for you.
Wow, that's
God bless.
That's amazing.
Yeah, God bless.
All right, you guys, dude. So Chase says, I sent it to you two.
Thanks, Chase.
Oh my goodness.
He sent it to us.
All right, so let me see if I can find it.
Oh, that's an Instagram DM.
Oh, okay.
Jordy,
you guys talk about
this
when you do.
It might be Jordy.
Mom, we got this. We're taking over, Mom.
Brian, are you first one's for Brian.
Yeah,
Brian,
Jordy.
are you letting go any mangroves?
We are going to. If you want to be
All
on the
of them.
list, go on to bhbreptiles.com
right now.
So the downside is,
and then when they're available, then you'll get notified.
My downside is that I literally have 734 DMs right now.
He didn't send it to you anyways. He sent it to the Reptilium.
No, he said he sent it to me.
He
sent it to me too.
It's okay.
But I
can't wait for her virtual tour with you tomorrow.
Thank
this
you so
is
much.
actually her second.
Oh,
is it
Pat,
really?
We got a second one?
Thank you so much, Pat.
Oh, I remember you,
Oh,
Pat.
I do
Pat
too.
was
I
great.
remember Pat too.
No, Pat is great.
Yeah, so there you
Yeah,
go. You'll have fun with Pat tomorrow.
No, she is
Greiser?
She's
very
awesome.
nice. I've
Super,
talked to her
super
on the
awesome.
phone.
Send me some windmill cookies in the mail, all right?
What?
Thank you.
Windmill?
Joel Gales, my 8-year-old Zachary sends money for the sloth. Wow.
Aw, thank you.
Are you-
Dude,
Are we going to disappoint an 8-year-old?
8-year-old just donated to the sloth fund.
That means
you
we have
have
to
to
get
get
one. We have
He's
to
not
get
Because
him.
you know what? At 8, you deserve to learn. You don't always get what you want.
Oh
I got it,
man,
dude.
dude.
Not everybody gets a trophy, but you
Bang.
don't always get what you want.
That's right.
Thank you for the.
You know how long?
No,
Thanks for the money.
don't flip off. No, don't do that. Seriously.
No, that's not what I do.
No, that I wouldn't do that. Seriously.
We're
That's-
still.
We
that's-
love
not,
it.
not an 8-year-old.
That's
not
a
an
ways
8-year-old.
Sorry.
away.
9-year-old.
That's
Wait till
ways
next
away.
year, Noah.
Floss.
You got to come next year, bud.
All right. Matthew says, shout out for Caitlin Robb. Get well soon. Well,
Thanks,
get well.
Caitlin.
Yeah,
Get
Caitlin
well.
Robb. Get
Shout
well
out,
soon. Definitely.
Caitlin.
Why
Get
is
well
Verde
soon.
not with Ivy? Well,
Oh.
Verde is this big.
Yeah, Beard. Yeah.
And Ivy's 11 foot. So
That's a good question.
Ivy would
No.
probably get stuck in the filter in that cage.
Yeah, no, I
She's
mean,
so
no,
small.
Verde, yeah,
Or
Verde.
Verde,
Yeah, Verde. I mean, so with reptiles, I mean, obviously, too big of a cage is no good.
Yeah.
For a
That would be
reptile,
so
and
crazy, yeah.
you want the size comparison to be relatively
Yeah.
normal. You can't
Way
go,
too small.
you can't have the, that
baby
would be,
garter
it'd be
snake
really
with an
bad.
adult. Yeah. Let Roses Burn throws one more. Says, Lori, did you get my voicemail about a June tour? Probably or probably not?
We are crushed with tours right now. As,
I've
as
had
far as not
somebody
tours, but
working
calling
in the
back,
office
yeah.
today,
Yeah.
so
We're trying
I
to
don't
call
know if they
everyone
got
back.
yours. If not, it's there. I'll get it in the morning.
We'll definitely get to you though. Seriously, because there's just a lot going on right now. We're trying to gear back up after a long hiatus, so we've got to reschedule tours that were already booked. We've got new tours that we're booking. It's going to be a pretty hectic summer.
But we're coming for you.
But we appreciate you and we'd love to have you.
We're super excited.
We're
to
super
be able
excited.
to start booking, and we're doing our best to accommodate
Yeah,
everybody.
we'll
we
get
can.
there, and it's awesome. So we
So if you
can't
left
wait.
a message, we will get back to you.
Yeah, we can't wait. Thank you.
Last one so far is Pat again. Says, thanks, Brian, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank
you, Pat.
She's the one that's doing the tour tomorrow. I don't know what the good luck is.
The good
but
luck is she's got something coming.
She's got
for her.
something,
She's
dude.
like,
Good
she's
luck
like,
with
good
that.
She's like,
luck, 'cause I'm gonna be.
It's actually 14 of my nephews and nieces. So.
So what I've decided to do instead of having a tour with you is I've got 8 screaming 3-year-olds,
that would love
Your
to meet you.
favorite.
and we're just gonna let them have a good time with you. And by the way, they all have their own cell phones, so it's gonna be 8 Zoom calls.
And none of them have good connections. So
Yeah, and the Wi-Fi is going to be really bad, by the way. So,
And
Pat, we're looking forward to it.
Nightmare.
No, Pat, we're gonna have a great time. I promise you. Let me know tomorrow when we talk, like what you'd
Yeah.
like us to do, because you've obviously already gotten the tour. So let me know if there's something special we can do
Yeah,
tomorrow
that'd be cool.
to do it. So we'll have a good time.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is there anything else we want to hit on?
No, I know that Noah is gonna go fishing.
I know.
Right now?
So we're gonna
I am.
we're gonna cut it
Right
a little
now.
bit short tonight because
wanna
Noah's
come?
going fishing with
Yeah,
Eric.
his
Eric
cousin
fishing in
and his
Treadwell.
cousins in
I'm
town.
bummed.
You
so,
can
yeah.
come.
Treadwell's in town.
Dude,
You
I
can
wanna
come.
Go.
Exactly. My cousin's in town for 2 weeks, so we're just gonna be fishing. He's a big fisherman. He's young, but he's caught some honestly impressive stuff.
Yeah?
He was
Yeah, he's really
he was
has.
1 inch away from
Record?
from a world record.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he got the world record. I'm blanking on the fish, so I'm not even
Always
gonna say a
1 inch
name
away,
because I
right?
know I'm gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
But the record was 31 inches, and he got a 30 inch.
Oh my
Oh,
god! And this
my
is
God.
true because he's got like
No,
photo evidence.
stretch
that
stuff.
shit
I mean,
out
it's
a little bit, you
ridiculous.
He really does.
Yeah, no, he is. I mean, he's going to be world class if he
It's-
keeps going. Yeah.
I know it's crazy. Like it honestly is really cool because yeah, you're right. He's catching like really impressive stuff.
And he's young.
at such a young age.
But
which
he's
is
also
awesome.
Native American.
Yeah,
so,
so
it's in
you-
his
he's
blood.
got it.
The fish
Yeah,
swim
it's
right
in
to
his
it. The fish swim right to them. They smell it.
They smell. It's like a parsley.
Well, guess
kind of-
what?
Yeah, yeah.
He gave
Yeah.
you a lure, so you
Exact-
should be.
Yeah,
you
his
should be
finger
getting it.
oils.
Yeah, but what they're going to do
Oil
is
on the
that
fingers.
fish is going to bite on it and go.
Bite.
That's a whitey.
That's a whitey, dude.
Fucking whitey.
Dude, that's a little Yankee.
That
That's
fish
a
is gonna
Yankee.
smell
dude.
it.
He's gonna rip his
know.
own lip off. He's like, fuck that.
Yeah, dude. No way.
Fucking white guy. Fuck that.
You think I'm going with a Yankee, bro? No way.
Dude, hell no.
Seriously, that's going to happen. You
I know.
got
Happens
all
no
the
hope.
time.
You got
So
no
I'll let
hope.
you guys know how it goes.
Yeah, what do we got over here?
We got Larry says, I have only been to the White Plains Reptile Show. I never knew all the crazy stuff that goes on. I love hearing your stories about it.
Oh yeah,
I
and
love the White Plains.
Yeah, we used to love going to White Plains. The thing I like the best about White Plains show,
Yeah.
the Nathan's hot dogs.
Nathan's hot dogs.
I've heard about this.
They
yeah.
were in the plate, in the actual,
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you could literally walk from your table 10 feet
But it's
and get
also
a Nathan's
smart
hot
with
dog.
Nathan's, right? Like
Yeah.
they should do that for every show.
Yeah,
You know what
I love
You know what I
Nathan's.
used to do at,
What'd you
All those
do?
gray papayas better.
at White Plains shows? One year you guys bought me a mini RC helicopter.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
like this big. You know, I was flying it all around
Causing
the White Plains show.
havoc, dude.
Yeah,
I remember
dude,
that.
Just fucking crashing into people and
Yeah, I
shit.
remember
Just
that. It
having
was
a
great.
good old
Just trying
ball.
to keep him away from the table.
Yeah. Please don't touch anything.
just
From
run
your
away.
table. Yeah,
Did you just
exactly.
run away already?
Wish there was somebody here with poop Tootsie Rolls that could take you away for an hour.
So
We
good.
really were bad parents in the sense that, like,
No, I had a good time.
That
no. So
soundbite.
first we have
That soundbite.
Parenting.
no.
We
so
really were
literally-
bad parents.
Yeah. So literally, we let Chad take you off. At one point, Steve Grasso had you for the whole weekend in
For-
Daytona.
yeah,
the whole
days.
weekend,
Days.
like days.
And we literally went to a strip club.
No.
Get out.
I swear.
How old were
No.
you?
I was like probably 8. No, we had a corned beef at the bar, and then we fucking went on, dude. It was dope.
Oh, I am going to kick Steve's ass.
No,
'cause
I don't think I was at a
not-
strip club.
I was not aware of that, but I still talk to Steve.
No,
so guess who
that
I'm gonna
didn't
Guess
happen.
who's getting a
then.
call right now,
It
dude?
fucking
All right.
happened, dude.
Well, I'm
it
still
was
gonna
just a
check
joke
with
for the
Steve.
And then,
fucking
then
story.
of course, I let
Double
this,
get you, Steve.
I let these strange Randy Gabs pick you
Wow,
up.
that's you.
that was-
you.
Oh, that's the
You are a
funniest one.
bad
That's so
parent,
funny.
not me.
But this guy seems legit. He's got a nice profile picture on his.
He's got a
mad.
mustache.
I
He
was-
should be fine.
I'm so mad at you.
He's in the fucking military.
Yeah, he's got guns. So what's the worst that could happen?
This guy
got
seemed
guns,
cool.
dude.
I just had him pick. What? You're a fucking random stranger? Yeah. He seemed
Dude,
like he
doesn't
was
give
nice.
a fuck, dude.
No, I cared.
He
I
takes
cared. He
chances.
seemed very nice. He seemed very nice.
Yeah.
I'm very trusting.
I never. All of the people. The stories are funny, but we 100% knew those people that you were running with when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He
that,
was
Well,
again.
except Andy.
And that-
Yeah, well, that
Except
was
Andy.
you, not me.
and that day, I learned that I didn't like corned beef. Like it was a. These are
Or
important
strip
lessons.
Yeah, or strip clubs. I relate the two. Strip clubs always smell like corned beef. I just feel like you definitely weren't at a strip club if you got corned beef, though, right?
Dude, I got fucking. It was actually.
fucking lit.
It was a fucking hot Reuben.
It was a fucking Reuben.
It was a fucking Reuben.
and you were with Steve because that's exactly
Yeah.
what you would have
I want
said.
I want fucking Reuben. And it had a little
It
dip
was a
in
New
the side.
Yorker.
Yes, that's my peak.
And a dip.
Need some fucking dip.
Yeah, it was fun times going with that guy in New York. He was always good, man.
Oh yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
showed us all the good
He
places.
showed us the places that tourists don't go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the best
which is-
spots,
Yeah, it's
man.
great. Potterhead.
Potterhead, just a little more love. Good luck on Friday.
Thank you so much.
We
Seriously,
cannot wait.
thank
Seriously,
you so
it's
much.
all we talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Chase says, "Are you selling the pied snakes?" I'm guessing the ones that were on.
Yeah,
today.
we will when they're hatched and stuff like that. We always have a lot of pied, so yeah, we'll definitely have a bunch of stuff.
Let Roses Burn says, "I was supposed to come next week, but I can't."
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
I'm
do you
sorry
think
to hear that.
hopefully sometime
Yeah,
in
if you
June
can
you can.
reschedule,
Oh,
definitely.
so they called probably about rescheduling then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's probably what she said. So we'll reschedule
Yep.
to your schedule.
Yeah.
We'll schedule around
Awesome.
it.
You
got to
come sign the box of the doll. That thing's too good.
Yes, we got to do that. So, well, cool, guys. Let's just go ahead and take it. Hey, thank you guys seriously
Yeah.
for being with
Everyone,
us. You
yeah.
guys are awesome.
Exactly.
I see Heidi, by the way. Hi, Heidi. What's going on?
Hi,
Andy
Heidi.
Gabs is awesome, though.
Thank you so much,
yeah,
everybody.
thanks. I appreciate you guys. So we're going to let these guys go fish. We'll talk on Friday about your fishing story. How's that?
Exactly. Sounds great. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed and you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe
What are you
button.
doing?
If you didn't check out the full podcast and you want to watch some clips, we do have a clips channel as well.
please
We
show
do
that
not
love.
have a chips channel.
No
All
chips
right?
channel.
Coming
Maybe-
soon.
Coming soon, though, potentially.
Maybe.
All right. So if you're
Possibly.
interested in that, let us know. But other than that, you can listen to the full thing on Spotify, Apple Music, and many more platforms. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
See you guys.
Peace.
Thanks so much, guys. Bye. All right, there it is.
Booyah.
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 bitch.